to do like a recap.
And we are
live? I see what you mean.
So that people could start watching easier.
Mm-hmm.
And they could just watch a video that's like 10 minutes or something that'll just like gets them caught up.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like all the brain, please, follows have been removed from my mini feed. I'm gonna have to look at that.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
We are.
Oh, hello.
When did we go live?
Just now.
A minute ago.
Recap. Can we just tell people in the future?
He did say something.
I did.
He said, "And we're live."
I did not hear it.
Yeah, neither did I.
Nope, we still have the number of follows, 149.
Hang on. Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
I'm watching it right now.
Oh, sorry, my thing just like ended for some reason.
We are still live. I don't see any problems on my end. Let me double check the stream.
No, I think I just clicked on the wrong thing, maybe. I have it back up now.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I can hear myself.
That's me. Alright, there we go. I was just checking the stream. Alright, there we go. Make sure it's up.
How's it going, everybody? I see people coming in.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I need to adjust Sky's volume.
Stream Mom.
Hello.
Sky, can you talk for a moment so that I can see if it's a good volume?
Yeah, I can talk for a little bit here. Suppose so. I don't know what to say though. How is everybody?
We have a new member to our group. My roommate and best friend is joining us. And you'll be seeing how later on.
Should be fun.
Alright.
Hopefully.
I think that's a good volume.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, never know with this group now.
We'll drive you away really quickly.
Yeah, we just start scanning people and our party members are like,
They just leave us. Like, who do they think they are?
I'm gonna take like all these things that we've just collected and this
Hello.
egg that I just found, and I'm just gonna skedaddle.
Skedaddle.
I should probably make notifications, shouldn't
How's
I?
it going, everybody?
I can't believe we paid for Light's horse.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
If we ever meet up with him again and he has that damn horse, I'm taking it from him.
Oh, I was just gonna
Like, this is mine.
Oh, Jesus, what did the horse do?
I'm taking it as my rightful pet.
I'm about to say, you can't really ride it.
No, I didn't say that. It's just gonna be my companion.
I don't know,
It's my
Midnight might
emotional
want a
support
horse.
once I find it.
Emotional
Birdie.
support. Warhorse.
Birdie
Once I find it,
chops
yeah.
off its head and like sort of
Oh
like
my
body
God.
screws herself into its neck to become an Afris.
Oh my god.
Oh, welcome to this dark shit. I see we're setting the bar real low right off the bat.
Yeah, we're not starting their
Yeah.
legitimate mom. So I've actually sent a message to Twitch about that and have not accepted the affiliate, or I think that's it, the affiliate offer they sent me, because I want to make sure it's okay before doing that.
Yeah, we had like a bot or something come in and got like 100 in like a couple of seconds, and so it just doesn't seem legit, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for them to respond, that's all.
We don't want to break no TOS.
Definitely not.
Oh, there's a whole thing going on at the moment that all Twitch streamers that use any form of gameplay or audio in their videos are all getting taken for copyright because Twitch is, well, Twitch.
It's copyrighted music mainly, but some gameplay is causing problems too.
We're either gonna see a death or a rebirth of Twitch, I reckon, guys.
Pretty
That's my
much.
prediction.
Yeah.
We can try YouTube.
We'll have fun with everyone in the meantime.
We can try YouTube if Twitch goes down, but we'll have to not swear within the first minute of the stream.
I'll come
gonna
in
be
5
difficult.
minutes after the stream starts. It's all good.
Yeah, we'll invite you later. We just tell you a start time that's just a little bit after we start.
Yeah, that's fair. I get it. I get it. Hey, Pander.
Panda.
My last note says we scatter body parts in the woods, and I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Sure did.
Don't worry, I have a plan for what to do next.
I'm glad you do, because I have no idea. There's only one
Well,
thing I can think of, and there's been no trigger for Birdie to want to go do that, so.
It's only to get rid of more evidence. That's it. Then we'll figure it from there.
What are you...
But we
what
gotta go to the
evidence?
river so I can throw all their stuff in it.
No, I dug a hole and I buried all of their stuff.
No, you buried... I thought you buried something else.
I buried their identifying factors, so their skin, their, like, any, like, jewelry or, like, uniformy bits.
I meant like their armor and the sword I have.
Yeah, it's all in the hole. Well, maybe not the
Oh,
sword,
okay.
but
Well, I didn't know how deep you dug the hole.
very deep, so deep. I mean, I had to
Okay.
fit all their skin in it, so.
Yeah, I mean, skin is pretty, takes up a lot of room.
Yeah, it's got a lot of surface area.
Yeah, it's true.
6 feet at least.
It was a big hole. And then we put all the other stuff on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah, we just got
okay,
their
sounds
cart,
good.
which really, like, who the fuck's gonna be like, that cart's from these people, you know? So.
We could take the cart and throw that in the river.
Did you see
Oh,
if
yeah.
there was any symbols on the cart?
I mean, Is there anything?
We weren't told that there were.
You guys are a little busy dismembering dead bodies to really check.
Turns out it's a well.
We'll look at the cart on our way to the river as we throw it in.
We could just take.
We're getting rid of all the evidence.
I'm just saying my new character can get rid of evidence pretty well.
We could get rid. I mean, we could keep it if we just like repainted it, repurposed it.
Yeah, like we could do that.
We're going
I
north.
know.
It's a decent cart.
We could
Okay,
take
yeah, we'll
one
take
of
the cart.
planks off and be like, yeah, but did their cart have this plank missing?
Did it have it missing?
Oh yeah, and that cart actually does have a horse attached to it, by the way. So.
Oh, we already have a horse, but I'm still gonna mess with Light's horse. Like I'm taking that shit away from him. But like, you know, one day.
We could like brand the horse's bottom and be like, yeah, but did their horse have this on it? You know?
It would look fresh.
Yeah.
Then they could be like, you obviously branded that like right now, like a few days ago.
What?
You brand it, and then you cure wounds, and that'll make it.
Oh, okay.
Like time to
And then I
heal.
heal it. And then I never show them I have magic.
Why am I helping this?
I don't know, but thanks for the help.
Well, we are going darker now, so might as well.
I mean, we weren't gonna go that dark, but now we are, apparently.
We're covering up evidence. I mean, like, I'd
Okay,
like to remind
okay.
everybody that
How
we did not
about-
start this until someone said they were telling on us. So,
Since the cart is like cages, right?
Well, there's a cart with cages on it, and it's got a slight
Oh, just on
kind
it.
of like they're cages on
They're
it.
not built in.
Mm-mm.
Okay, we throw the cages into the river, and we keep the cart. Because we don't want cages. Neither of us have good memories with that.
yeah. Oh, except for unless I can fucking catch my weasel before we go. Then I want to.
You're gonna put it in a cage?
Yeah, because the motherfucker keeps running off.
For a weasel?
Yeah, so I'm gonna put it back in the cage and feed it every day so it associates me with food.
I feel like
Okay.
it might make you hate it if you put it back in a cage, but
I don't think that animals, like, realistically, like, think that far. They're just like, oh, you are doing nice thing for me. Excellent.
I guess
I've
it
been here
depends on
before
the
anyway.
animal, maybe.
Huh?
Yeah. I said I guess it depends on the animal.
I'm gonna have to
Feed
add
it.
character
It
name
should love me.
descriptions.
I mean, to all honesty, most animals really stick around because they're dependent on us. Yeah, we could say they love us, but honestly, they know we give them food and shelters. They like being around us.
Fair enough. Sometimes.
I naturally was gonna take that to a really dark place.
That's very true.
I mean, not always. Just saying. I give one of my dogs treats all the time, and he fucking hates me. And I don't do anything mean to him.
Yeah, oh,
It's not my dog, it's my mom's, but like,
I have a cat that this is the same way. Unless you're actively feeding her treats, she hates you and is planning your demise.
Yeah, I had a cat that used to do that.
Oh, hey, a treat.
also had a
You
cat
live
that
another
used to do
day.
that.
You live another 20 minutes.
20 minutes is generous.
I think every cat is secretly Stewie Griffin.
Mommy, mom, mommy, mom, mama, mommy, mom.
I can
Essentially
do
what they
that.
do when
I
they're
think
young.
they're an
Yeah.
innocent baby. Really, they're plotting your death with all sorts of like high-power laser weapons, and they have a time machine hidden somewhere in their cat area.
Cat area? Cat area?
Yeah,
My cats take up the whole house. Like,
some people have a whole house for cats. Some people have like rooms dedicated to cats. I don't know. People are weird.
rooms. dedicated.
I've
cat.
met people who have like a third bedroom in their house that's not being used, so it's literally just their cat's room, and they have cat toys and
I
like
My cat's room is the laundry room. That's where their litter box is, so the dogs can't get to it.
Was that Mew Kitty? Mom?
Little
I think that's the name.
poo flavored treats.
What was that?
I'm saying, little poo flavored treats.
gummy.
God, that was a long time ago. I was a real little kid back when she had those cats.
Tori,
Yes.
you have to dance. You do have
Don't
to dance.
tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Stop looking at the songs I'm listening to. Stop. Stop. I'm also pretty sure like Spotify changed their I don't know, algorithm or something, because this playlist that I listen to the playlist radio of a playlist I have, and usually it's like pretty similar, but like I get mostly the same songs, but they're all different now. Very weird. Like it started like a few days ago. So that's sad.
They might have. I remember building a playlist, and it's like, here, have 100 other songs that were similar, and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted on this playlist. Please take it away.
Well, I liked listening to like the playlist radio of my playlist so that I could find new songs that were similar without actually having to search for them. But these songs don't feel similar anymore, so that's interesting. But I mean, we'll see.
Are we waiting for Sean to start, or are we just...
No, we're just.
starting?
Yeah, we got it's like a minute from 6, so we can start now. It's whatever. Just goes given that time, since it's we noted people. I noted at least in my stuff when we were starting this at 6. So to recap, chaos that was last session.
Oh gee, what the fuck?
I know, right, Afris?
So people, they got back to town, they resolved what they needed to in Ringbriar, and they all decided that they were going to continue their journey to Sharn, and they decided that they were going to move south towards the coast there, where they were going to take a boat to Sharn. They got about 2 days into their travel time, and they were in a small little forested area, and they ran into a traveling cart, a couple of carts with a few people on it that, through asking some questions and being suspicious, found out that they were exotic pet traders. Few of the group had some problems with that and decided to confront, not necessarily attack or aggravate, but just confront them about it in their own way. Tensions grew, and someone eventually broke the tensions, and a battle broke out. One of the exotic pet traders got away, one of the twins, but the other 3 were killed in battle. And afterwards, the Paladin Light decided that this was not something he felt morally right himself. He felt whatever happened here was vengeance and wasn't true justice. And so he decided to leave and head the direction they were going, and admitted to them that he was going to notify the guards on what happened here. As that was done, Afris and Birdie decided that they needed to hide what evidence there was. So they decided to take the bodies, pile them, start chopping them up, and skinning them, and then taking the body parts only to scatter them all over the forest, and then prestidigitation in the area where there was, to clean up what said evidence. Watching all of this happen, Shior and the druid decided this was not something that she could handle morally either, and decided to go after Light, taking the mysterious egg that they had found in the cart along with the other exotic animals. And we come back to the two giraffe centaur, and our Tenku in the woods after just cleaning up all of the blood and the viscera and the evidence, and you are now standing there in the road. It is close to dusk at this point. Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
I just turned to Apris and I'm like, we're so fucked.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. But we should get moving. Like, probably the opposite way of Light, because, like, he seemed kind of, you know. So, what do we want to do with the cart? We gotta hide it, or take it, or do something with it. I can't just leave it here. It's pretty obviously a clue.
She answers in your voice, we should keep this.
Okay. I mean, yeah, whatever. We got a horse now. So that's fun. You can name it, Birdie.
Gregory!
Gregory the horse. Here we come. So north, Birdie? North, you think? South, east, west? To the river we go? You know
Did we
how
throw out
cardinal
the
directions.
cages?
Oh, we haven't yet. Oh,
No.
we can. I mean, we could
You
just
just
throw
tossing them into the woods, or are you doing something specific with them?
If we go to the river, we could toss them in there, which they probably won't be found.
How deep is the river?
You haven't been there, so you're not sure.
We could... yeah, I guess, but we should... Not really sure.
Okay, that is very helpful.
Our two adventurers stand in the forest, looking at each other and like,
I pick
What
up,
should we do?
pick up the cage and go, if we can just get rid of them, it might be for the better.
Okay, yeah, like, how do you suggest we do that? Should we dig holes for each of them? Or just throw them like discuses? Discus?
We can hear the river
Whip those bitches?
from where we are, yeah?
if you listen carefully, you can hear kind of some moving water out to the east.
We could always go see how deep the river is. I know that's a good way so we won't get lost in the forest to follow that. See how deep it is. Chuck them in if it's deep enough. If not, we'll figure out something else. Sound good?
Birdie will nod and, like, does it seem like in the direction the river, does it seem like we could take the whole ass cart, or?
You want to take the cart to the forest? Yeah, I mean, you could probably, it would be a little bit of like a slow, like rough terrain type of situation since it won't be on the road, but yeah, you could get the cart to the river.
That is what I will attempt to do.
Okay, you get onto the cart and you pick up the reins and
I will walk next to
do you know how to drive a cart, Birdie?
No idea. I'm just
So
winging
I
it.
lead the horse and like act
Okay.
like she's leading it,
Okay.
Like I'll just hold it like by the, close to it since I'm walking next to it.
Okay.
But I'll let her believe she's driving. I'll be like, sneaky about it. Like, wow,
Yeah.
good driving.
So you guys take the cart and move off into the forest away from this area that has
Perfectly
seen a lot
clean
of
now.
violence.
There's no evidence.
Perfectly clean. No evidence whatsoever except the cart tracks that veer off the road suddenly. And you guys continue into the woods.
That should be over.
Can I prestidigitation those away? Is that the same thing as
Can
cleaning?
Can I like use a tree branch to like whoosh it, from behind us? I just drag a tree
In
branch.
Alice in
so it looks
Wonderland,
nice.
where the thing with its tail, just.
Yeah. The birdie sitting on the back of the cart just doing this with
Yeah.
with a branch.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. It looks very natural.
Totally. Yeah, you guys get off the road into the woods, and it takes you about 10 minutes or so to get the cart all the way to the river itself. It's a decently wide river. It's probably a good 60, 70 feet across. The water is rushing decently well. Not something you'd obviously want to swim in. And you can see remnants of pieces of logs and whatnot that have gotten stuck along the sides as large amounts of logs have come down from the north from Ringbriar. But currently there are none in the water at the moment. It's just pieces of debris.
Can we see the bottom?
Not yet at the moment, because by the time you guys get here, the sun has mostly set, and so it's pretty dark out.
I just start biffing cages in, but I whisper to each of them, snitches get stitches.
You're whispering these to the cages?
Okay. So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna walk the horse by the side of the river while Birdie's chucking them in, so they're not all falling in the same spot. They're kind of spread out.
But, it goes for about 5 minutes as you get but now the cart is empty, and you didn't see any of them surface, so you assume they either went down far enough or they got swept away. So
Okay.
you now have a cart and a horse.
Just follow the river down?
Well, since we covered our tracks expertly, do you want to walk for a little bit, or do you want to sleep?
What time of day is it?
Night.
Yeah, the sun is just setting, so you maybe got another hour or so of normal day travel.
Yeah, we could set it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Set it up around the cart. And I will forage us food.
Okay. You go and find enough food. It's pretty easy in this area, yeah, you guys are set up camp, and it's just the two of you. It's very quiet, save for the occasional tick from Birdie and the rushing river next to you guys.
Just like the old days.
You guys will have to take decently alternating shifts, kind of going back to sleep, waking back up, so on and so forth, to get through the whole night. But for brevity's sake, you guys get through this night without really any issue. No one really bothers you, and yeah, you guys. And then so you guys wake up the next morning. It is decently sunny out. You can see now as you wake up and look at the river that it's semi-shallow right at the edge, but then it drops off pretty quickly to decently deep, to the point where you can't really see the bottom near the middle. So.
And we can't see the cages.
Nope.
Okay. That's what we wanted. I'm also going to tuck in the spell book I took.
Okay.
And is the component pouch I took, is that like a normal component pouch, or is it like someone could obviously recognize it as his?
It looks just kind of like a normal component pouch. Nothing really identifying about it.
Okay. I also probably rip up the spell book a little bit before I throw it in.
Okay, so you're kind of tear it up a little bit and then throw that in.
Yeah,
the
I'm
river.
just whoosh. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll keep the component pouch.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys then going to continue south the way that Light and Shiaran went, or are you guys wanting to go back north? Or go in a different direction, whatever way you want. There's just a larger river to the far east, and then there's a ocean and gulf of water to the far west.
We're gonna go towards. Sorry, my map isn't loading now, which is great.
Either fine. Weren't we gonna go through? It was Galspire or something?
Yeah.
Galespire?
Is that the one you said?
Yep. Okay, so Galespire. Yes, that is decently. That is northeast of where you guys are. So your options are to continue north back towards Ringbriar, and then try to trek through the Skyraker Forest to then continue that way, or you guys can cross over the river some way and then get to the road that would normally run from Moonwatch to Galespire.
We were in Ringbriar, right? That's where we were?
Yeah.
Correct. You guys are about 2 days
Do
south
they-
of there.
Do they have a way across the river?
Yes, you saw that there were some rafts and whatnot that they have set up with lines that can go across, so that you're not having to deal with the pressure of the mind is blanking. The
The water?
yeah, but the
Current.
current of the river. Yes. So yeah, they have it set up so it's basically this raft that's connected to a line that's attached to the other side, and it just kind of it's just like a pulley system across. You did see that when you were there.
We can take. Can it take carts? Do you think?
Yeah, maybe get up to a cart. Yeah.
And go there?
Now,
buy
if
rations?
you can keep your horse calm on it is another question. But
There's two of us. I'm sure we can make it work.
Yeah, my animal handling is great.
if only you had a druid that could talk to animals.
Oh, shoot!
Well, I mean, my animal handling is not terrible, but it's definitely not good. Especially with my rolls lately, so.
Funny thing is, my animal handling wasn't great either.
Okay. So, you guys then
I did
decide to
myself.
go back up towards Ringbriar.
Yeah.
You guys start heading in that direction, and it's a pretty uneventful day. Is there anything you guys wanted to say or do during this travel time?
Every once in a while, Birdie just kind of kicks a rock and goes, "Some hero."
During our time, I'll just tell Birdie, like, random stories that, like, I had heard as a girl. I don't have them in my mind right now, but telling her stories.
I get stories.
You get stories, and you can use those, and you can make up those however you want towards relating towards like your spirits bar and stuff. So.
Currently writing this one time at band camp.
That's fine. Yep. I tell you everything. I mean, you've heard a lot of them probably before, but just fill in the silence, you know.
This one time at band camp.
Do you tell her like names and places of where you came from, Aphris, or do you just give her just general details?
Oh, she already knows all that stuff. I mean, I don't even know it, but like, she knows it.
Okay.
I don't think we ever decided where I was from, or I can't remember if we did.
Mm-hmm. So we will. So you guys continue on your way, and the first day passes without really any issue. You guys spend another night, and on the first couple hours of your second day, as you guys are about a good probably 6 hours away from Ringbriar, there is a bit of you hear some noise coming from off to the west, away from the river itself, and it sounds like voices. It sounds like two people talking back and forth with each other. It's really kind of hard to pick out, but yeah.
I'll look at Aphris.
Both of
Are we,
us are
like,
terrible
riding
at
on the
stealth.
cart? We're like, I'm not too bad at stealth, actually. Give me a little bit of fucking credit
But-
here.
Tick, 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 tick. And then, woohoo, your stealth is gone.
True. Not a bad point, but my stealth is actually +7, which it
I know,
doesn't
I
fucking
get you
sense.
can be stealthy, but you really can't. I feel like technically yes, but really, realistically,
Watch your
and
tone,
then I have
bro.
disadvantage on stealth. So
Snitches get stitches.
I mean, Birdie, if you want to check it out, like you do, you girl. Just like try to keep animal noises. That's it. Your
She
best. Don't get
does-
caught.
She does an array of animal noises in quick succession before going, "What are those?" and sort of doing the "you can't see me" thing, like in front of her face, and then like goes to try to sneak up and see who's about.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys are going to stealth, then roll some stealth checks.
I'm staying with the cart.
You're staying with the cards. So
'Cause
Birdie's going
I
by
doubt
herself.
my horse.
Yeah, I'm stealthing out.
I doubt my
Okay.
horse could be quiet in my
Okay.
cart.
I actually didn't roll too.
Good luck!
I didn't roll too good, but it's +7, so it's not too bad.
It really isn't
Fuck
super
is
cool, dude.
5 + 7.
Well,
Help.
5, 7.
12. Thank you.
12. Yeah. Okay. And then just want to check something real quick. Okay.
My
As,
last tick is
Nay.
You're
Perfect
able
deadpan,
to
nay.
keep them. You're able to keep them mostly in check. There's just kind of there's just a very slight kind of one that you can't control near the end, but you get up close to the area, and it's kind of over this little hill. And you kind of crawl forward and look over the edge, and what you see are two individuals sitting next to each other, looking over kind of like this, like a drawing in the dirt. You can't really tell what it is, but you can hear their conversation. They are, one seems to be female, and the other one seems to be a different kind of humanoid creature that you haven't seen before. And Skylar, if you describe your character first.
I am like a silvery metallic humanoid, no hair, bald head, staff. On one shoulder, there's this. It looks kind of like a sphere with legs that are gripped into my shoulder, and it has like a little cannon looking thing on the front of it. On the other shoulder is this little metallic crab sphere. And I have glowing blue eyes, and there's like, you can visually see this kind of like pulse of fluid that pumps through my my body. And I'm in ink. Actually, that doesn't matter because it's integrated with my body. You can't tell what kind of armor I'm wearing.
Okay. And then, Ant, if you would describe your character.
All right, so I am a tiefling woman with dark red skin and yellow eyes. And one of the most notable features is the horn. And I don't say horns, I say horn, because one of them is broken. Like right about less than an inch away from where it protrudes from her head. The other horn is covered in a spiral pattern of runes, all the way from the tip all the way down to the base. And she wears black and red leather armor, and has a necklace that seems to hold the other broken horn on it.
And Skylar, your character, as you were talking to your companion, in the middle of talking, you hear kind of this very, very light little, like, it's almost like a ticking, like quite literally like a clock ticking noise coming from kind of off to your right shoulder. You barely notice it, and your character does not notice this.
My cannon on my shoulder shifts in the direction of the sound, and I whisper to my companion that I believe something is over there. I point in that direction.
And Birdie, you see the metallic-looking man pointing kind of in your direction as their voice is kind of lower.
I kind of duck down a little bit.
Okay.
Just goes flat tack to the ground, you know.
Going pro.
Like,
Mm.
Okay. What do
he actually
Try.
just dead drops back.
Would I notice where she is now?
You can't quite see what he's pointing at, but he obviously heard something.
I'm going to stand up and just calmly state, Mount, it's okay.
I'm gonna look. Can I see Afris from where I am?
If you look back, you can kind of see her. She's past a few rocks and whatnot, but yeah, you can see her.
I would definitely try to stay within her eye line.
Yep.
My hand now has a fireball prepared. Firebolt prepared.
Fuck!
Well, fuck.
Jeez,
You're about to get
man.
punched.
I'm not fond of people sneaking up on me.
You don't see her yet.
I just kind of look towards Afris and hold up 2 claws.
Okay, and I understand what that means because I knew we heard people talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that's 2 people.
Oh,
I'll just be like,
forgot to put that up.
So do you try to sneak over at first?
no, I was telling her to like get down. Like,
But she already is. She's like prone to the ground. She's just kind of like, she's got the back of the thing kind of going like
Yeah.
this.
I'm like starfish to the ground.
Like-
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try to slowly, stealthily, like, crawl my way back to
the only way
Afris.
I'm coming is loud. So I have a cart, a horse, and disadvantage.
I'm gonna try to get back to Afris.
Do we notice?
There's no one stands up. I'm going to start walking in that direction.
Okay.
Do they see me?
Not yet. They hear you coming though.
No, I'm not coming. I'm not coming.
I'm trying to
you're
get
not.
back to Afris.
Okay. So, Birdie, roll me a stealth roll at disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
As this metal man is walking towards you.
Disadvantage is still better than my last roll.
I'm going to.
13.
13. Alright. And your character still doesn't really notice what your companions saw, but Skylar, your character can still hear something moving away now through the woods.
Can I like move
Hey.
into the woods and try and stealth while keeping an eye on Valerian?
I'm like
If you wanna go to-
military crawling.
If you want to try to move ahead, and yeah, you can make a stealth roll for me.
All
I
right.
won't like dash after her, but I'll pick up a little pace to get to where I can kind of see where she might be, or what I heard might be.
And
That's
you're definitely not going at your full speed, Birdie, because you're, like you said, you're militarily crawling, and you can definitely hear that there's footsteps.
I feel like she has a lot of practice with that.
That's a 19.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Ann?
19. Also, I put out the
19,
fireball.
okay.
The firebolt.
Okay.
Also, I'm just standing, like, chilling. Not
Yeah.
hiding, because I know I can't. Like,
Yeah, you're
I'm
just
big.
standing there by the road,
I'm
just like
panicked.
watching.
And
So
loud.
You
So I'm
see
just
Birdie
like, I'm just like,
crawling towards you, and then out over this hill, you see this like shiny metal man kind of come up. He's got a staff. And he kind of comes up over the hill, and just kind of looking in her direction. And yeah, so when you get over that hill, Skylar, you see this little white bird creature like army crawling away from you. And off about 20 feet, there's a giraffe centaur standing in the middle of the road with a cart horse.
How fast is she crawling?
Oh,
She's
pretty
maybe-
fast. Like,
Oh,
She's like, yeah, she's dashing at a crawl, so she's at a full 30 feet around.
And how far away is she right now?
At this point, she's probably about 30 feet away from you when you get over the hill.
I'll just move my full movement and then dash and get in front of her and be like, "Excuse me."
if I see him moving towards her, I'm moving towards her too.
I will.
Okay, sure.
I'll come at you like non-hostilely.
Well, I know, but I don't know that. So.
And so yeah, so basically, as you guys, as Birdie is crawling away, and I'm not sure exactly where you want your character to be, but you're kind of off to the side.
Yeah,
hidden.
I'm off to the side.
and-
I'd like to try and pop out around behind Afris.
Okay, so
I'm
you
like a
guys
horse
basically
about to get kicked.
how this ends is Birdie's on the ground looking up as Afris, the metal man, and now all of a sudden the tiefling woman are all standing in kind of like a semicircle around her.
I'm like, stay, horse, stay! Don't run up with our cart!
The horse doesn't move; it's just sitting there.
That's what I mean. I'm telling it to stay. Okay,
Bubba, sit!
pretty much.
So, is there a reason you were sneaking up on us?
It's an aggressive illusion.
Hello. I like.
aggressive. I kind of like
I
tap the
step
bottom of
between-
my staff against her hand to see if she's real.
I'm just,
No,
I'm
no,
just
I
leaning
step
on
on top
Afris's.
of Birdie.
Yeah, I'm
I
just-
step on top of Birdie. Like, she's under me now. Like I'm full like mama bearing her.
I'm just leaning on Afris's back, like this.
Okay, when you do that, my leg just like kicks, like out of instinct. I'm like, oops, whoops. Sorry about that. I'm a horse. You're a horse.
Make an unarmed strike for your hoofs.
I don't. Sorry about that. That's a natural 20. Oh my god! I'm not even kidding. It rolled so slow. It was like 20. I was like,
Okay. You hit. Roll double damage for your hooves.
I don't want to. What's my hooves?
It should be in your race stuff. I think they have a hoof attack.
I know. I'll find it. Hooves. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I have a +5. So. Let's see. Where's my d4s? That's 8 damage.
8 damage?
Yeah. Oh!
That's a
sorry
lot of
about
ouch.
that.
Yeah, it's
You-
2d4 plus your strength bonus.
Yeah, that's what I did. Sorry about that. I mean, didn't mean to, don't, have you ever met a horse before? I mean, I'm not technically a horse, but like, we're similar enough.
Out of reaction to seeing my companion get hooved,
God.
a firebolt forms in one hand, and the cannon on my shoulder starts to glow. And I look at the giraffe lady, and madam, if I were you, I would stand down.
I didn't actually mean to do that. Like, you could just like chill, okay? You don't
Hey,
touch
bitch
a
boy,
horse's
watch
back
your
end.
tone.
A force shot hits the ground right in front of the bird.
I will. Now, I'm gonna like literally lay on Birdie. Not full weight or anything. I'm just gonna like, she's like covered. Like I'm going down on my knees. Before I was standing up. I can't kick anymore also, so that helps.
Boom, slavery.
So,
Did it,
the,
was it a decent
like, you need
hit?
to chill.
I didn't hear the damage.
what was the damage? I didn't hear that either. What was the damage you did to Ant's character?
8.
8?
8, okay.
I'm going to cautiously move around while still keeping my cannon on the giraffe lady.
I just like twist my neck to follow them
I'm going
with
to
my eyes. I don't move my body, just my neck.
going to cast Cure Wounds on the tiefling for 9. So you get all it back.
Hooray! Thanks.
Do you feel that, like, your dent in your chest kind of goes... Ugh.
Did giraffes actually do that? I have no idea.
I'm sure giraffes can kick, yeah.
I'm sure.
No, I just meant, did they do that like horses do? Because, you know, if you, like,
Probably.
get behind a horse, they'll get spooked.
I guess I've never put myself in a situation to stand directly behind a giraffe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Who has done that? Please tell us the results. Did you get kicked? Did you end up in the hospital?
Most likely, those kicks are pretty strong. Well, at least horse kicks are.
Well, yeah.
After healing my companion Midnight, I will ask you what do you think we should do from here on in?
I don't know. I just want to know why they're sneaking around behind us.
I'm like whispering to Birdie now. I'm like, "Are you good, bro? You didn't get hurt, right?"
I have not been violent.
I have by accident, but okay. I'll kind of where's the cannon pointing now?
Cannon is on you.
If it's at me, then I'll kind of lift up a little bit because I don't really care if you shoot me.
You're just the one that happened to kick my companion, so you're the immediate.
Well, I know, but I don't care if you shoot me. I only care if you shoot Birdie. So I'll up myself a little bit since the cannon's pointed at me. I'm not too worried. I'll keep it pointed at me if I need to.
I won't have any magic in my hand, but the cannon will stay pointed.
So now Birdie can actually get up if she wants.
Yeah, I'll get up cautiously, still sort of like huddling.
What are you guys like just doing randomly on the road?
We were around a fire and we heard your buddy come up and I sneak up.
I doubt it. She's very sneaky.
I
I've
don't
not
know.
been violent.
As far as I'm aware, there are no donkeys in these woods.
Donkey?
Midnight looks at him like, what?
Didn't hear the donkey sound? I was pretty sure I heard a hee-haw over the hill.
Okay, there could be a donkey in this woods, just saying.
I don't know.
I'm just...
There's
the
a lot
strangest
of weird
thing I
things
see
in
in
these
these
woods
woods.
nowadays. We have seen some weird things. A ferret, for instance, we saw. Weird.
If you have no
I
violent
look sad.
I'm sorry about that, Birdie.
If you have no violent intentions, well, I apologize, but in my line of work, people who sneak up on you tend to be not.
What's your line of
wanted.
work? I'm an accountant personally, but like,
I'm an accountant.
I procure things for people.
oh, so you're like a thief?
I didn't say that, but yes.
But yeah, I was just like
Like
guessing.
thieves.
Like, obviously, if you say I procure things for people, I feel like, you know, that's the nice way of saying I steal.
I would steal.
God, Birdie. Don't out me like that. It's in my voice.
Snitches get stitches. I would steal.
Afris does do this. She's like, I have never said that before in my life. Ever.
Did she not speak naturally?
Hold on, I have
She's
the right
obviously
one for this.
speaking.
Give me 2 seconds. So, being semi-verbal obviously makes it hard to talk and get out full sentences, but for some reason, some things I can say effortlessly.
But
Well,
it's in my voice.
Oh,
Or Chiorin, or...
I'm gonna use my 18 intelligence and put 2 and 2 together that every time she talks, it sounds a little different.
Mhm.
yeah, sometimes it's a male voice, so...
Curious.
Alright.
That
Yeah.
could be fun.
Sounds like it would be handy in my line of work. The way she imitates.
You would think that, yeah, at first. Love you, Birdie. You're my favorite person.
You good, bro? That is
Gregory, are you good over there?
Oh,
Gregory!
Murr.
Okay, chill.
Currently,
Well
we're
then,
So about that cannon.
about my cannon. What about it?
Like if you could get it out of Birdie's vicinity, that would be nice. Like, you know, we're right next to each other. I feel like it's a danger to her.
It
I
won't
know.
fire unless I tell it to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I still step in front of Birdie a little bit.
So what are you two doing out in the woods right now?
We're cool. We're cool. Nobody, no, we're cool. We're cool.
Travelers, you know, we're heading north with our
just
trusty
gonna-
cart and horse.
Observing the bird out of genuine curiosity.
I have not been violent. We're cool.
That is true, Birdie.
Well, that's fine.
I
We're-
suppose.
We're currently trying to find something.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. What are you trying to
Guys,
find?
I haven't seen a large spider that can hop in and out.
Large spider?
Yes.
Like how big are we talking?
A bigger face spiders?
Not as big as your little bird friend there.
Leafy!
I mean, she might know about a spider.
Yes.
She was
Oh yeah, she did show us a spider.
Did we have an idea of where we were
But
going
you
with
didn't see that.
the drawing that you said we had?
You had heard of a cave in the northern forest of Skyraker Forest, that there is a cave there that is a known den of these creatures.
Are they like evil, or like is there a reason you're looking for them? Like
Oh.
money?
I need to harvest a sack from it.
I mean, you do you, I guess, but like, yikes, bro. Why?
I create things, and it is a valuable component for what I need.
Something I want.
Like, what is that?
I
Oh.
need to create a bag that has an interdimensional space inside of it that can store a mass amount of things.
So you could like steal a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
I would
she grins at that.
I look at Birdie, I'm like, chill, girl. You don't have to out me like that.
Well, what
Um.
did, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what she said.
I
You
would,
said I would steal.
you know, just the usual.
So, like, where are you guys headed?
I looked to midnight. You have the drawing, correct?
Yeah. I'll show
I'm
it
really
to,
good with maps if you need help.
Perhaps they've been around the area.
I'll show it to her. To them.
You see this decently drawn map of the immediate area. It's not as big as the Corvair map, but it is a decent kind of area that encompasses north of where you guys are, the Skyraker Forest. Down south, you can see an area where it's notified as Sharn, and the hilt there, and the King's Forest over to the far east, across the Dagger River. And you recognize the area in the Skyraker Forest, at least somewhat, where the kind of like a pinpoint has been made, saying that this is the area.
Is that where we-
you've been sighted.
Is that where we
It's
were?
it's a little farther north of where you guys were, but it's close.
I just didn't know if we were like on the edge of the forest since we were at a forest.
Yeah, you guys went in not too far into the forest, and then you guys went west to find is where you found the encampment. But this seems to be a little more further north than where you were.
We've been to like the edge of that forest, but not like that far in. There's some weird stuff in there though.
Oh. Like, what kind of weird stuff?
Aggressive illusion.
That is true. Yes.
Midnight tilts her head at that.
There's just
You good, bro?
I'm like,
saw
Birdie can take it away. She knows everything.
You saw
She's
illusion?
perfect at explaining things.
It's just a very hand movements and trying to make shadows on the grass. Like,
The master charade-man.
Make a performance check.
oh yes, this is what
Do
I
we need
live
to roll
for, I'm a
insight, too?
bard.
No. Let's just see how well she does.
Come on, I rolled 5s and 6s all night. Give me something good. That'll do. That'll fucking do. 23.
Okay, yeah. So
Told you
Birdie
she's
puts
a
on-
master at charades.
She kind of like puts on this performance of like things that are happening. She does decent like little like shadow puppets on the ground, and she mimics a bunch of the noises that they heard throughout the time. So like the growling of the wolf and this frothing of the she at one point you hear the mimics like yelling of Afris as she was like screaming at Birdie. Some of the chaos that happened with that, and then so you kind of get a general idea of what happened.
I continue after that, and like I continue all up until the point where we see a cart, and then I fucking
then I
freak
stop
out
her.
and stop.
I'm like, no. I'm like, that's the end of the story, and then we got here.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good like 25-minute story.
So, Midnight has sat down and pulled out snacks during this whole thing, and is just listening like
like
it's story
popcorn.
time.
Alright.
Can I have a bite?
So, did I hear other voices in there? Companions of yours?
We don't have any
Sure.
companions. Not anymore.
What happened to them?
They stole a dragon egg and left us.
That's my
They wanted
job.
it for themselves.
Ooh, Dragon Edge egg. I could probably get a lot for that.
Well, we don't know what it was. It was a big egg, so I'm saying dragon, but I don't really know.
I found an
Um,
egg.
Yeah, eggs. They really greedy people really wanted the egg, and we were
Under her breath, Birdie's like, snitches get stitches.
Perception?
What are you gonna say?
Does the passive perception pick up on the snitches get stitches?
Kind of. You hear something similar to what you've heard her say before, because she's already said it before. And you can roll your perception if you want.
That's 16 plus, I believe, 1. Double checking. Perception, yep, plus 1, so 17.
Yeah. So you pick up on her saying that, yeah.
Sheeran looks at her and grins and says, yes, they do.
Midnight.
Midnight, right. That might happen a few times.
This is the new group, Billy.
I insight the Everest is when she says about the other stole it and ran away, and see if I can't pick up that
Kind of true.
what happened or not.
Alright, make an insight check.
So, Sean is missing tonight, but we're changing out a couple characters. Sean and I are
19.
changing out characters, and Sky is new to the group.
$19 on the inside.
You missed a hell of an episode last week, Billy.
Oh yeah.
If you need, I can link to
Me
your...
and Birdie destroyed the entire campaign.
We did. We fucked it all up.
They did. They really did.
I love that TikTok. Okay.
Back into the void.
That's my favorite TikTok. Okay. Thank you, Billy.
What was your insight?
19.
19. You definitely tell through just kind of like how there's like as Birdie is getting up to this point in the story, after just immediately like and blah 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 blah, and this is where we were. Just like you can tell she's obviously stopping her from saying something. You don't know what it is or why, but you can definitely tell that she's definitely trying to stop Birdie from saying more than she needs to.
I raise a metallic eyebrow and make a mental note.
Alright. Well, it seems our goal is pretty clear. We need to go more north, right?
I mean, we were like heading north. Technically.
We could escort you for a little bit of
What do you think
money.
of these people?
I need money.
That's funny. Birdie, what do you think of these people?
I need money.
We like get money from these fighters. If we like helped you out. Like obviously I know you're like trying to make your Sealy bag.
We're cool.
True.
Need money
We
from
are
the
that.
spiders. I'm sure.
If we got
any-
extra of those things and we like sold them.
I'm sure I could find something
might
to
be
buy.
able to.
Do I know if these things would be worth money if we got extra?
Yeah, you can generally assume because the sack can be used for other people to make magical items out of as well. So
I can also make more bags and sell them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's a good point. The more the better.
Birdie like rubs her hands like one of those like evil fucking
mastermind.
Yeah. No. Like the circling one, you know, where they rub the tops of their hands. Yeah, sort of like that. And she goes, in Valerian's voice, I need to harvest a sack from it.
I
very
kneel
strange
down
hearing your own voice from her.
and kneel down in front of her.
Can I
I just give her like a really direct eye contact.
And I kind of
Yeah.
step in between them, like, nope. Sorry.
Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
I need to harvest a sack from it?
Interesting. Can I
That
write
is
something
really
down in my
good.
book?
I want
I
want
then
that
turn
talent.
around, I look at Midnight straight away and we are currently trying to find something. Something I want.
Whose voice was that?
Yours.
Yours.
Right. I really like that talent. Mm.
Birdie like tilts her head to the side and does like the anime happy like cute girl thing like
Oh, the things I could get away with if I had a voice, if I had that ability.
Would be
Birdie
nice.
kicks.
I'm pretty sure she's writing that one down.
I pick up. Is there any small rocks on the ground?
Yeah.
I pick one up and I kind of like fiddle with it for a second, and I hand it to the bird.
I have a rock.
It's a rock that oddly smells like lilacs.
Smells like lilacs. Okay, give me I just need 2 seconds to. I clicked on the wrong thing and now it's gonna bring up a freaking. That's great. Where is it? Okay. I'll pick up a stone and I'll like put it in front of Valerian's nose and cast prestidigitation to make it smell like a fart.
I will take said same stone, and this stone now constantly sounds like a waterfall is falling.
Midnight's just watching, eating snacks again.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of standing in between them to make sure nothing goes wrong, but
And this
watching
rock
with
now
interest.
just emits the sound of a waterfall.
Does it still smell like lilacs?
Oh.
I'll hold up the stone. I'm just gonna cover my mouth and make the noise.
Waterfalls?
Yeah.
So you have these two that are like basically experimenting with each other's abilities.
I was about to say, stop doing science experiments on my friend.
I cast Thaumaturgy and have the sound of thunder crack in the distance.
We are
Oh, wait.
no longer hidden.
I look
it
that
out
way
my mouth?
immediately.
Yeah, at first
Immediately
looks around
I'm
like, what? Where? And then Birdie does it. You look down at her, and
Supreme disappointment on my face, okay? Like, extremely disappointed. You just,
Oh.
like, crushed my soul, bro.
Midnight's making a note that she can mess with you like that.
Yep.
Interesting. I look up at the giraffe. What do you do?
Me? Nothing. Just chill. Protect Birdie.
Chill.
Didn't you say you were an accountant?
Yep. I mean,
I'm
I
an
do
accountant.
people's taxes, yeah. But, like, here and there.
Just kick strangers?
Sorry, what
think-
did you say?
I think that might
Do
have
you
been my
just kick
fault.
strangers?
You guys talked at the same time.
Sorry.
So, again, I didn't hear you.
Just kick strangers?
I mean, that was an accident.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like if you know anything about horses or horse people, you would know, like, not to touch our asses. And then we wouldn't be fine. Most people in general are like that, actually.
I mean, I didn't touch your
I-
ass.
Like, if you touch
Bad
someone's
back.
ass,
I touched your
I
back.
unfortunately weigh 300 pounds.
my
Horses
back
do
is
not
like,
like me.
horses don't like you? That's a
It's
problem.
Hmm.
I weigh 300 pounds. They don't like when I sit on them.
Oh, well, I understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
You're really heavy. You look,
I am
you don't
made
look
of
that heavy.
metal.
I mean, I guess. Just don't sit on Gregory, and we'll be fine.
I don't-
Gregory.
I can imagine Gregory
And I
struggling
point
to
to
carry
Gregory.
us when we head that way. We're gonna need like 3 horses to pull him.
He'll have to
Sorry.
walk next to
I
me.
I would need a war horse to ride.
I'm trying to write down things to say. How much did you say he weighed?
300 pounds.
Thank you. Birdie just puffs up her chest and goes, "I'm 300 pounds!"
You look more like you're 10.
I mean, yeah. Let her live her dreams, okay? You better back up, Midnight. I don't even know if I know your name yet, but
neither of you, neither of them. Have
No.
I know. I'll say you better back up, okay?
Birdie just looks at Valerian. Who are you?
I'm still kind of fascinated at all the very many different voices coming out of her mouth. I'm like, I guess I should introduce myself. And I reach out a hand and I say, my name is Valerian.
I will reach out as well and say, Midnight.
Interesting name. Even more interesting name.
Birdie will like put out a claw. Be like, "No, Birdie, no!" Just like he goes to shake her hand.
I mean, you don't have to say no, Birdie, no, every time you talk to her. We just call her Birdie. Most of the time.
Birdie.
Hello, B.
And your name?
Oh, I'm Afris.
I like it.
Oh, thank you. I don't, but no.
I don't.
Well, I guess if we're heading out, we should probably put out the fire at the camp, huh?
Yes.
So Midnight goes back and she's going to cast Control Flames to just put it out from a distance. Y'all notice one thing, that her left eye, the one underneath the still whole horn, turns black when she does so.
Her eye does that?
Mm-hmm.
You stuff out the fire, get your campground kind of cleaned up, and then you guys then continue to head north with your now new companions.
Mm-hmm.
Gregory.
Continue
I'm
to
like,
lead
Gregory. This is Midnight. Valerian. We are going to kill some spiders for money.
He does the thing where
He
like,
does
they nod
there.
their head back and forth, and he just like shows his teeth.
Okay. I feel like I should be able to talk to horses, but I mean, I know I can't.
And yeah, so you guys start heading north, and you guys now have 2 more companions, and you guys head in that direction. Anything you guys wanted to do specifically during this time before you get back to Ringbriar?
I'm mostly just riding in the cart. I'm gonna every once in a while, like not all the time, just cast thaumaturgy and cause lightning, thunder to crack in the distance.
Blue sky, no clouds around, just every once in a while.
Okay, after like the second time, I stop looking. Okay, I mean, I look severely disappointed in you, but I stop looking. I just look at you. I'm like,
Birdie imitates it every time.
well, yeah, I expected that.
Yeah. Accidentally, the last time, she goes boom boom and casts Thunderwave. I'm joking, just kidding.
I was like, wow, you're taking me and Valerian out.
I'll
Because we're
cast
walking
my
in front of
own
you.
Thunderwave. I'm just kidding.
I also
I guess-
cast Thunderwave.
So
Cart does a fucking side flip. Gregory goes flying.
You guys didn't need this, right?
Why for horse? Gregory, no.
Oh man.
So based off of our map that we have, how far away do we think the caves might be?
Once you get to Rinbriar, it's probably another day and a half of travel to where the caves are.
Will we be passing by Leafy's territory?
Yeah.
We totally stop in to see Leafy.
And yeah,
Oh,
so
there, yeah.
you guys continue that direction, and near the end of this day, you guys get to Ringbriar, and it's the same town as you left it. No, you do pass by the still remnants of the carnival, which has
We
now
see the elephant.
mostly been the carnival has mostly been kind of taken down and ripped apart by the townspeople at this point, realizing that no one's really coming back for it. So they're just like, okay, we're gonna take this down so it's not an eyesore. But you do not see the elephant immediately.
That's unfortunate.
Bubba! Bubba, sit! Ah!
We just hear a big.
who's Bubba?
He's an elephant. Just like keep your eyes peeled for him.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for him.
Okay. you guys get into town, and you realize very quickly where the elephant is. It is near the center of town, and it's got the townspeople have made sort of this little like corral area for it. It's not caged, but it's got its own little section that's kind of that's been makeshifted by the people, and the kids are kind of running around it, giving it like hay and like feeding it like peanuts and whatnot, and the elephant just seems to be enjoying himself.
Is that Bubba?
Okay. Yeah, that's him.
Bubba, sit! I look back at Afros before bolting for the elephant.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
I'm like a toddler that you have to watch. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I follow her.
I was just kind of like sitting on its. I was just kind of sitting on back on its hind legs, and then it's got like a water trough that they brought forward. As you get closer, you recognize the general store owner, and she kind of steps forward towards you, Afris and Birdie, and says, "Oh, you're back."
Margaret.
Oh yeah, we're just passing through.
Yes, that is my name. Thank you for remembering.
Said it in her voice.
She already knows.
Afris and Birdie, correct?
No,
Yep.
Birdie, no.
She would definitely remember us because we had that whole thing in her store.
Yeah. So, as you can tell, we found this elephant. I think we heard that your other companion rode in on it, but not either
Bitch
of these
boy.
two.
Yeah, he decided to just leave it wild, apparently. He traded it in for a horse. So, kind of a bad guy.
Well, we didn't want it just to wander around and create any chaos, so we let it here with some food, and we're holding it. We sent off a missive towards Galaspire, and we have someone who's coming down that is a professional with these types of animals and is going to come and take care of it.
Oh, well, that's good of you.
I look up at Afris. We should keep this. We should keep this.
I don't think we have Gregory.
We should keep this.
I'm like holding Gregory. I'm like, Gregory is here. We have Gregory.
He's an elephant.
He is. That is what he is.
Bubba, sit. And she just like.
As you're saying this, the trunk comes near Birdie, and just like you like feel the wind coming off of it. It's like sniffing you as it's like moving around.
I giggle.
Listen, if you can get it to follow us, you can keep it. I don't really care that much. We're not very stealthy anyways. The elephants, you know.
I go and pick up
Big
like,
of a downgrade.
You guys would make her for a great distraction.
If you can train the elephant to do 3 tricks before we leave, then you can keep it.
Okay. Bubba, sit.
Already sitting.
I look at her.
It doesn't
very,
count. No.
I look at her very
Doesn't
proud.
Doesn't count.
Midnight is eating snacks again.
Doesn't count.
Bubba, watch your tone. And I look really impressed with myself because Bubba doesn't say anything.
I mean, I guess that counts as 1. Oh wait, that was kind of sassy. I don't know. I don't know if it worked. Try again.
Fuck.
I'm gonna walk up and
Say Bubba kill.
I'm gonna walk up and say, "Bubba, shake."
Kind of like looks at you, and as you hold out your hand,
Yeah.
it actually lifts up. It literally lifts up a leg towards you. Not like actually into your hand, just kind of lifts up a leg towards you.
Not
Okay,
what I was
that's
expecting,
1.
but okay.
I jump up and down like, Bubba shake, Bubba shake, Bubba shake.
That's 1.
Saying it doesn't seem to trigger any response to him.
That's 0.
No!
I
I'm
said
gonna-
you had to train it 3
We
tricks.
did 3!
You didn't. It was already sitting.
I'm gonna take
It
the...
was
I'm
kind
gonna
of
take
sassy. And you didn't even do the 3rd one.
I'm gonna take the hay, like a big pile of it that, like, you know, little old me just carrying. I'm mostly hay now, and and I'm gonna walk to the far side of like the little place that they've got him kept in. And I'm just like,
Okay.
Bubba, come
Make an
over
animal
here.
handling check.
Come on, middle dice. Don't Judas me now. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Hole 14.
Okay. He doesn't move. He just kind of continues to like
Thank God.
kind of search around with the trunk around the area around him.
I cast guidance on myself and then attempt to get it to follow me.
Fuck, yeah, I can do that. I completely forgot I had guidance.
Okay, so
We're about to have an elephant.
Animal handling check.
Do giraffes and elephants get along? Is the question.
I have a mouse. I just like to put that out
23.
there.
23.
Yep.
Yeah. So you kind of you get some hay and you move back and you kind of make this like motion that you actually seen other people make before when it comes to controlling circus animals. And it takes a couple seconds, but then the elephant gets up on all fours and slowly just comes over to you and reaches out with its trunk and grabs the hay you have and puts it in its mouth.
I sigh, like really long and hard. I'm like, and that's 3. You guys can figure out what to do with this. I'm going to get a room.
I'm just gonna let you guys use it as a distraction.
And I go back to the place that we stayed last time because I like
If it
the
gets
lady.
its head low enough, I'm going to scratch behind its ear.
Yeah, so you're able to kind of reach up decently. Like, you just kind of reach up and kind of scratch, and it looks at you and kind of like myself.
Yeah, I'm 6'5".
Yeah. But yeah, and as you kind of like, if you move away from it, it kind of starts to follow you.
I'm gonna like walk up to Valerian and do that thing that toddlers do when they want you to pick them up.
She's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I pick her up and put her by the elephant.
I scratch the elephant's head. I scratch,
scratch, scratch, scratch.
Gently.
I want to make another animal handling check and see if I can't get the elephant to like put its trunk up and then sit her on its trunk.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
21.
Okay. It takes you like a little bit to kind of like get across what you're trying to get across to the animal, but you can definitely tell that it is decently trained, and it eventually kind of puts up its trunk and it kind of set Birdie on the trunk, and it kind of then moves. It picks her up with the trunk and then slides it to the back of its head, and she kind of rolls onto his back.
She like happy dances.
Meanwhile, Avarice is gonna ask Eris if she could remake that vegetarian dish that she had last time because she liked it.
Of course, my dear. Of course. I'm glad to see you back. Where were your other companions?
Oh, they left. Yeah.
Oh, so you're by yourself?
Oh, Birdie's here. They're messing
Oh, okay.
with the elephant.
Oh, yes. Someone brought that in just the other day, and it was quite the spectacle. People have gotten used to it now, but it was a whole to do earlier yesterday.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But yes, I'll be right back with that. That'll be 2 silver, please. And she goes back and gets that set up, and you see her as she passes by her husband, the halfling, and goes by and kind of like not like squirts like a pet, but like tussles his hair, and he gives her kind of a smirk, and she goes back into the kitchen.
I'll pay
And,
him the 2 silver, and then I'll also get a room for me and Birdie.
Okay. Thank you for your patronage. Is there anything else I can get you while you're here?
Just the extra blankets like last time.
Sounds good. And he goes about getting that set up for you. Gets you your key to your room and everything.
How much was that total?
So for the room and everything, it'd be about 4 silver. So yeah, it's getting kind of dark outside by the time you finish that, and you guys are sitting there messing with the elephant.
The elephant is curious.
It kind of sticks around you, Valerian, and kind of follows what you're directing it to do in a general way.
I like this elephant. I will lead it to where there's more hay and kind of just start pat it and slowly back away.
It looks.
Fed.
Midnight will walk up to Valerian. It looks like it's getting late. You want to get a room for the night, or just stay out here with this?
We can sleep in a bed tonight. That'd be nice.
All right.
Does Avers come back out after getting a room?
Yeah, after she eats, she'll come back out to check on you.
She's just happily playing with the elephant's ears.
It's just sitting there munching on some hay and drinking some water, and Birdie's like on top of it, just kind of like.
I walk away, just forgetting that the bird's on top of the elephant.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm tall enough to get her off.
Yeah.
Time for bed. Well, you can do whatever you want, Birdie, but like, you should sleep. We have to travel through the forest.
How much for Midnight and I to get a room and a meal?
So it'll be about 4 silver for that as well, for each.
8 silver total.
You're doing a room each.
I will offer up 1 gold. Cover us both.
Okay.
Thank you.
The elf woman takes it and has a nice big smile on her face. It's like, we'll make sure your rooms are ready for you both.
Thank you. Are we all kind of like eating in the same general area?
Yeah, they bring the food out to the area down there because it's not really food allowed up in the rooms. And Afris has already eaten, but they bring out food for you and Midnight. And if Birdie is getting food as well.
Yeah, Birdie hungry.
I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic while I eat.
Okay. You finish it after about 10 minutes, and nothing really in the room shines magic. You do notice a neck.
I'm going to look mostly at Birdie and Afros to see if they have any.
Okay. I don't think you guys have any magical items on you at the moment.
I think Shioran was the only one with the wand.
Yeah. You do notice a necklace on the elf woman. Does give off a bit of divination magic, and her ring as well gives off a bit of abjuration magic.
Okay. I look to Midnight and tell her that the elf woman has some goods. If you feel like looking for things later.
Do I hear that?
Make a sleight of hand, Valerian. Just as a kind of a general, like, how stealthy you're being about saying that.
17.
Yeah, I definitely don't notice it.
You do not.
All right, thank you.
And then I will note to her that it's the necklace and the ring. My eyes probably glow a little bit brighter while detect magic is active.
Mhm.
The alchemical power going through me. But you guys might be able to pick up on that, I guess.
I just didn't want you to steal from Eris. She's my home. Whatever.
I won't be stealing anything from them.
Well, I just meant y'all in general.
Midnight's probably not going to do anything, but still. Right now, she's on a mission. She doesn't need to get caught.
It was more just me noting that the possibility is there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys finish up your meal, and you guys go to bed afterwards.
While we're sitting there, I'll take out that rock that we were fucking with earlier, and I'll like cast Prestidigitation again to like warm it up slightly, and then chuck it at Valerian.
Okay. Your rock, so it's not going to like do anything, but make an attack roll.
No, I'm just like chucking it so he has to catch it, you know? Like,
You toss it towards him, and easy enough to catch.
that's great. That's fucking wonderful. It's a natural one.
Hmm.
It
hits
It's one
midnight.
of those things where you go to throw it, but it ends up behind you somehow.
Yeah.
Like, is this somebody else's soup?
I tick and accidentally throw it behind me.
Yep. Then it goes flying and kind of hits the wall and lands on a table, a couple behind you.
I just go and grab
Sorry
it
about that.
and look at whoever is at the table, like,
Just kind of sitting at the table, like,
Is that the waterfall stone?
just like sheepishly walk away. Yeah, it is.
Is it still making the waterfall sound until I tell it to stop? So
it's
now
just
there's a
sitting-
stone that's emitting the sound of a waterfall on these people's table.
I just sort of tuck it in my pocket and just say I just snitches get stitches.
I'm going to reach a hand out for the rock if she'll give it to me.
Yeah, I will, but it's still warm.
And then I will cancel that magical tinkering, and then I'll whisper something to it. And now static text floats above the rock, and it just says "snitches get stitches." And I hand it back to her.
Nice. That. Now I need to make a shirt with just a rock on it that says "Snitches get stitched."
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
merch. That's merch right there.
You can now. Next time you do a crime, you just leave the rock, and the rock has words above it that say "snitches get stitches."
Let's.
Really excited about this.
Midnight cocks her head and says, "I don't know if that's something you want people seeing."
Seems
I
amusing
like
enough to me.
this.
Hmm.
She looks at Valerian dead in the face. Do it again.
Is there a spoon in the area?
mm-hmm.
Grab the spoon, and now the spoon says "snitches get stitches" in text floating above it.
She gets really excited again and keeps the spoon. I keep the spoon. I put it in my pocket.
You have a spoon and a rock that says "snitches get stitches."
I'm still happy about it. I can't tell you how happy I am about it. And then it says
You're
that I can
officially cool
create
in
a
my eyes.
non-magical trinket or illusionary image that can fit into
Mhm.
my hand. So can I theoretically create a small fork?
Yeah.
I'd like to create a small fork, and then I'm also can have up to 3 of these at a time. So I'm gonna make it like engraved with like "snitches get stitches" in it, and I'm gonna leave it in the place of the other fork.
Okay. How long does that
You
spell
merge.
last?
Snitches
hour.
get stitches
It only
generally.
lasts an
Okay.
hour. But that's long enough for them to not notice the fork's gone. Which is actually a spoon, funnily
Spoon.
enough. But
It's a utensil.
yeah, well, I put a fork back down where there was a spoon, so sue me.
Alright. Anything else you guys wanted to do before you went to bed?
Nah, I'm good.
Good.
Okay. You guys head up to your respective rooms and settle down for the evening, and with that, we'll take a break for about 15 minutes, and we'll be back.
Excellent, because I have to pee.
Same.
Don't
I'll be
forget, don't forget to mute yourself so no one hears you peeing.
I'm not gonna take you to. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my whole ass computer.
This is a journey for everyone.
Well, that was interesting. Do it for the lulz. I am back if anyone else is. Thank you, Billy. Billy Blue Jean. Is everything sounding okay? All the voices in proper levels. Awesome. Oop. There we go. Alright, good to know. I have peanuts. Pretty much, yeah. Nom nom me boy. Yeah, that's pretty much how I am. I like to have snacks a lot, but I try to avoid snacking too much on stream because the crunching can get annoying. Sean will be back, hopefully, in the next session. Sky is, as far as I understand, going to be like every other session. Sean, it's depending on his work schedule. I know, right? Good news, though. He's getting straight up overtime. Like, I think he said it was around 80 hours. So Scott said that he's going to take over for Valerian on weeks that Sky's not here. He'll probably just be relegated to like a background character who will pipe up every so often when needed. But I don't know if they've come up with the Pike situation or not. Yeah. Well, he has other reasons for needing it too that I'm not going to go into detail about. That said, the downside is we're probably not going to be doing Visharia anytime really soon right now. As much as I do want to go back to Vey. Yeah. But that isn't to say it won't come back. That's just, for now, it's still on hiatus. So, can I just say that I was actually kind of disappointed in having to lose, in taking Sheeran away, mainly because like next level I was gonna get one in fighter so that I'd have, excuse me, lots of not lots of, I would have oh, my brain's deciding to not be smart. What is it? Action Surge. I would have Action Surge, and I'd be able to Wild Shape. I'll be able to Wild Shape and still do something. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Like, didn't even exactly plan on it. It just plan on it being like that. It just, like, after I looked at it, I'm like, oh wow, I can do this. Which is why I'm so big on multi-classing. It's like every time I try and multi-class, suddenly I have like 100 different things open up to me, and accidentally make a more powerful than I meant to overpowered character.
Multi-classing is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the right equipment. I was playing around with multi-classing the other day, and I made an initiative bot, and he can get in the 70s.
In 5e?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It takes, like, you have to have the perfect setup. And I'm talking like 20 and 3 stats. Or 4 stats, something like that. But let me pull him up real quick.
That is true, Billy. That's the unfortunate thing, but I like having the diverse abilities that wrap around multiple classes. It's just, for some reason, that feels like it offsets it very well.
For me, what it is when it comes to multi-classing is a lot of classes, there's some that are exceptions, obviously, to this, but a lot of classes, you get diminishing returns, in my opinion, as you level them up higher and higher. Some of them are nice, but you get less and less stuff as you continue on, where a lot of some of the cooler stuff, because they understand that not very many people actually get to level 20, a lot of some of the cooler stuff for classes are earlier on. And so multi-classing between the two, you get some really cool stuff throughout the entire game.
Oh yeah. What I've done with Midnight is going to be pretty dang cool. Especially once I get my Sorcerer to level 3.
If this goes perfectly from the initiative bot, he can get 73 for his initiative.
How did you even manage that?
Oh, he's a level 4 rogue, and he went into the Swashbuckler, so that way he can add his charisma to his initiative. And if he has 20 charisma, that's a +5. Level 2 Bard for Jack of all trades, which applies half of his proficiency bonus to the initiative. I went 8 levels in Champion Fighter to get some ASIs, and then they also have an ability that adds half the proficiency to the initiative, but it doesn't stack, unfortunately, with the Bard. Level 4 Ranger for Gloomstalker, and that allows me to add 5 Wisdom to my initiative. War Wizard to add 5 from my Intelligence to my initiative. And then obviously 5 from the Dex to the initiative. There is a suit of armor called the Scorpion Armor, which adds 5 to your initiative. In the Curse of Strahd book, there is a Silver Dragon Shield that adds +2 to your initiative, so I gave him that. And then I gave him the Sword of Kaz, which allows you to roll a d10 and add that to your initiative. And then he has the spell Gift of Alacrity, which allows him to add a d8 to it. And if it all goes perfectly and he gets a nat 20, he can have 73.
That is really interesting how you can manipulate stuff like that.
And even if he doesn't have any of the spells or added rolls from his equipment, if he gets a nat 1, he has 36 initiative.
Yeah. Can't really see why you'd want to do that, because once you hit 30, there's very little chance you'll have anyone overshadowing you. But
yeah, no, it was just kind of like a fun little let's see how high I can get this initiative to go.
Yeah.
And I cheated a little bit and gave him 18 in every stat to start, and then racial modifiers, ASIs, and stuff like that to get him to where I wanted. But at level 20, he's actually a decent character. He has 27 passive perception, 21 passive investigation, 21 passive insight, 90 foot dark vision, 23 armor class, 260 hit points. His lowest saved is a 4. His highest is an 11. Being a bard, he's got jack of all trades. So his lowest skill right now is a +8. Highest is a +17 for a couple of his expertise. Yeah, I just wanted to see how high I could get an initiative, and it's in the 70s, which is insane.
I miss Twig with her 26 passive perception.
Yeah.
I now have 13. I feel like a scrub. I don't know shit.
With my fighter and Scott's campaign, I had 10 passive perception for the longest time.
I miss Vey with her always getting in the DM's way during battle.
Okay. Is Birdie back too?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like everyone's here. We ready to start again?
Go. Yep.
It really is, Billy.
Yeah. I've got my own high passive character, my Tabaxi Rogue and Tabaxi Rogue Ranger in my Wednesday campaigns, and he'll have a passive of, if he's not moving, he'll have a passive of 36 by the end.
Wow. Nice.
Nice.
So you guys wake up the next morning. It's a bit overcast this day, a little bit cooler weather-wise, but nothing too unbearable. And you guys can meet up downstairs, do whatever you need to do in town before you move towards the forest.
Do we have any healers in it? Well, I guess Valerian healed me earlier, so we do.
Brass, right?
I mean, we have a cleric. Whether they're a healer is...
No one knows about her powers.
I don't think you don't know I have powers.
I know you have powers.
Well, yeah, you do, but they don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also, I'm probably not going to heal them, so...
Okay. Are you gonna...
I'm a limited healer.
Are you gonna be okay being the only healer in this group, or should we get potions? Do we have?
I
the
might
money for
heal
that?
you one day, but today is not that day.
Was that out loud?
I can heal 3 times. But the potions might be nice.
All right. I'm gonna lean into him. Should I try and steal some, or?
Let's stake out the shop first and see if it'd be smart or not.
All right.
Oh, also, I hand Birdie another stone.
she looks at the stone, but is obviously like really happy because like she loves to get anything. Gifts are cool.
I tell her to tap it.
She puts it in the center of her hand and goes, dip.
That's it.
And it says snitches get stitches.
Like out
She
loud.
like runs around in a little bit of a circle happily and then puts it in her pocket. I have so many rocks.
You hear this.
You're gonna get weighed down soon.
Muffled. You hear this very muffled from inside your pocket. Stitches get stitches. Stitches get stitches. Stitches get stitches.
I have
It's
to
a-
tap it again to shut it off.
Yeah.
She kind of panics as she realizes that it doesn't stop, and then she just like snacks her pocket.
Turns off.
Artifices are fun, guys.
How did this become our catchphrase?
I don't know.
Because
I'm just the DM, man. I react to you guys.
because it's a great saying and it's true. So that's why.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure.
So yeah.
Say bye to Eris.
You say bye to her?
Yeah,
She got
she makes
wave your
my
hand to you.
favorite soup.
It's good to see you again, Ephraim.
I'll follow suit.
Bye, Birdie.
But it's
No,
kind of
Birdie,
nod
no!
and thank her for
I'm gonna do the salute goodbye. 2-finger salute goodbye.
Nods to you, and says, of course, we're always here to serve. We're glad to have you guys here.
Sharon's always got a grin on her face, by the way.
Midnight.
Midnight, yes. My bad. Oh, is that gonna happen a few times?
Probably.
And Sharon could be grinning somewhere.
She could be.
Not for long.
We had,
Yeah.
we had,
After we
we had my one friend. He played a character named Dryan for an entire campaign, and he's now playing a character named Drexen, and so everyone always calls him just Dryan because it's too close. So yeah, you guys move out into the open air of the town. It's semi-busy, and you see the elephant is still there.
Bubba shake! And like instead of like putting her hands out, she like fucking shakes.
Her whole body?
She wiggles. Yeah.
You say
like-
wiggles?
yeah.
This elephant doesn't really respond.
I just imagine it tilting its head. Like,
I'm gonna guidance myself. Attempt to mount the elephant.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Thank you. That's 17 plus 2, 19.
19? Okay. It's a little precarious, but you are able to get on top and sit on top of the elephant. It doesn't quite get what you want at first, but then it eventually kind of like kneels down and
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can't guide it towards the road.
We're going to get potions first, aren't we?
yeah.
Guide it towards the potion shop.
At a general store.
Margaret.
Yep. You start going towards the general store, and you guys get there, and it's just, the elephant is just kind of. Make an animal handling check to stop it.
Okay.
I just imagine the people in the street being like, again?
17.
How much?
17.
17. Right. You're able to kind of like, it's a little bit of a struggle, but you're able to get it to stop. It kind of like stabilizes itself outside the shop.
You're
Once you stop there, the door kind of opens up, and Margaret kind of looks out. She's like, "Oh, I was wondering what that was." Okay.
He's an elephant!
I can see that.
Yep.
I like this elephant.
Margaret, we were wondering if you have any health potions.
I I have a couple on hand, not too many. We don't get too many materials here to make them, unfortunately. But I do have a couple on hand, if you'd like them. And she kind of like ushers you inside and kind of brings them up onto the counter, and there's kind of like this small little kind of like beaker container type of rack, and she puts them out. And it'll be about 100 gold for the both of them. If that's a little steep, but they're hard to come by around here, at least.
I look at Midnight since it was her idea.
I have 15.
It's how much did she say?
100.
For both of them.
I'm like, Birdie, should we get them?
She looks at Margaret, and this random voice that even Avarice has never heard before comes out and goes, "You're killing me here!"
Interesting one. Okay.
She goes, I understand. It could be a little. Well, okay. So you guys helped. You helped Noah and his mother out, and that was very selfless of you. And I know she wasn't really able to give you guys anything for that. So let's say 60 gold for the both.
I look at Avarice.
How much gold do I have? I have 60 gold. How
You're
much
getting
do I have?
190% off with that, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I am like,
I can put in 10 gold.
I can put in 15, but I'll be out of gold.
how about I pay for the potions now, and then whenever we get paid for what we're doing next, you can pay me back. And then I'll give her 6 platinum.
Okay. And she kind of like looks at, oh, thank you very much. Yeah, here. And she'll get them like out and she'll wrap them up and give them to you. So you now have 2 potions of healing.
Midnight writes that down in,
Okay.
in a notebook.
Oh, giraffe lady.
That I had platinum?
Say what?
What did she write down in a notebook?
60 gold goes to the giraffe lady.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's if you want to look at it, it says business expenses in quotes.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up at Margaret and just be like, paper?
Paper. I have paper for you, yes. How much do you need?
She'll make a gesture with her fingers. It's, yeah, like that. But like it's not very much.
Okay.
Yeah, probably about
She kinda-
that.
Yeah, she kind of prints out. So like a stack of about like 25 sheets.
How thick is it? Because Birdie wants card. She wants like thick paper, like thick,
Card,
like
okay.
2 C's.
Kind of sit there and you kind of sit there and explain that to her, and as she brings out basically she's like, I've got some thicker stock paper, and brings it out, and it's about that same, so it's probably about 12 pieces of paper.
Birdie will and just be like, ink?
I have ink as well. She brings out a couple of bottles of black liquid. So if you need writing utensils, I have those as well. She brings out a couple of quills. Some have feathers on them. Some of them are just fancy, like kind of like looking shiny pen-like devices.
She pushes the black ink back towards Margaret, like carefully so she's not spilling it, but at the same time she's pushing it like, and then she's like, she shakes her head and goes, pretty!
Different colors?
She does the finger guns.
Um,
Yeah!
I might have something. Give me a moment. She comes back and she brings out a one vial of a. There's actually 2 vials. One is more of a kind of a darker blue, and then the other one is filled with a kind of a dark red ink.
Is it blood?
She's like, no, it's not blood. It's ink. We don't have too many things here that can create the kind of colors that they that go into this, but it's we've had a couple pass through here.
Birdie will get her coin pouch out and like just grab a handful of like random coins and just like
let's see, 1 second. Alright. She says, do you want both of them?
she'll nod.
Okay. That'll be about 20 gold.
I can do that.
Just like in the real world. Ink is expensive.
What's 366 copper into gold?
3 gold.
Is it? Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. I will give her 366 copper. And
pile of like it's like somebody going in the subway and like paying with pennies. They're like, okay. And she starts like trying to like is like sorting it out a little bit. She's like, this
That's only like
quite
3.
enough.
and 17 gold.
Okay. She will take that and she kind of like moves the pile just over to the side. She's like, that'll do. I'll sort that out later.
I kind of
Also,
want
I
to
did
Caleb
give the-
count it, but I won't.
I give the 2 potions to Midnight, so now you have those.
Oh,
Just so you know.
oh, thank you.
But you now have blue colored ink and red colored ink.
Awesome.
That isn't blood.
Do you not want one?
Yeah.
That is
I mean, you could have used blood for the red ink, but I'm just saying.
I'll pick out like one of the nicer like paintbrushes as well.
that you have or she has.
No, she has.
Alright, that'll be 10 copper.
I just gave her a gold. I don't have any
Okay.
copper.
Any more copper.
She'll offer you the change back.
I will 100% take
She
the
just-
change back.
You just gave her all that copper. She has plenty of change.
Yeah, so that's 9 gold and 90 silver, I think. I don't know, my conversion rates are being, or my head's math.
9. No, I gave her a gold,
10 copper.
so...
You gave her a gold.
And silver is what you get back because you said it was 10 copper, which is 1 silver.
Yeah. So 9 silver back.
9 silver back. Okay. Cool. Sweet.
Alright.
Birdie happily walks towards the door.
How's your art supplies?
I'm gonna point at the pile of copper and with a grin say, "That's a hefty pile of treasure there, huh?"
It is. It's gonna be a bit to organize, but it's okay. It pays for what it pays for.
All right, thank you.
And
Bye,
That's why-
Margaret.
That's why Birdie was 300 pounds.
That's-
No wonder
It's
I
not my
get
armor
down.
clinking. It's it's the coin.
yeah. You just like as you guys are walking out, you see her just like looking at this pile of copper. She's as the door kind of closes.
Bye, Margaret. Sorry about that.
As the door closes,
Bye,
Midnight lets out a
Margaret.
bit of a laugh because that was funny.
Yeah. So you guys
Do not
are.
envy that woman.
Neither do I.
You are free to do what you like from here on. Your elephant is still he's kind of wandered off to the right a little bit and is like picking at some grass on the ground.
Gotta go
But do
find
I-
Leafy.
I go whistle. If I can't get its attention.
Who's Leafy?
It'll come towards you when you whistle.
I'm gonna try to mount it again.
It's getting more used to you, so you're able to get on without much effort.
Sweet.
And then I keep wanting to say nightmare, midnight.
You want me to change my name? That's a nice name.
Asked who Leafy was.
Oh, Leafy. She just
An
lives in the
aggressive
forest.
illusion.
Leafy is an
She does
aggressive
those
illusion.
too. Yeah. No, she's not an illusion. She just makes them.
Oh. Did I take that spell? I did not. Okay, then I don't do anything.
Okay. And then
Alright.
you guys then continue north out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You
No,
guys get on.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
relevant.
I do one thing. I say like this, and then I cast Thaumaturgy to have lightning. Thunder.
Similar, but not as mean. And then I will grab Gregory wherever he is.
Taking the cart with you, or are you leaving it here?
Birdie, should we keep the cart or just Gregory?
Would the woods be
Keep this.
would the woods be usable with cart?
Or should we just like leave it here? Maybe come back for it? Ask somebody take care of it while we're gone, or
Bubba?
If the cart, how big is the cart?
The cart's a normal size of what you'd buy a cart for, and so it could hold like if you had like people were like lying down in it, you probably bet about four people in the cart.
How many bodies, though?
Like I said, 4 people. I thought ahead. 4
only
people.
4? What if we stacked them tall?
If you stack them on top of each other, then yeah, you can get a few more.
We gotta find Birdie a bag of devouring.
Oh no.
Get rid of all the dead bodies.
Okay, I understand your thinking there, but that was not where my
Oh.
mind went to begin
No.
with. I'm like, I could totally fuck some people up right now. Yeah, just put it in my bag. Go for it. Bye, bitch!
Nobody will find you.
You would yeet yourself into the bag at some point.
Yeah, I eat myself and yeah. You're not wrong.
You wouldn't have any problem with hiding bodies, though.
No.
Yeah. Light would be like, I'm gonna tell on you and be like, good luck, bitch. You wanna be in the
Good
bag?
luck.
I want to be in the bag. I wanna put you in the bag.
Alright, so you guys head outside of the town and continue north. It's about a half day's travel there, if you guys want to do or say anything along the way. But you come up to Skywrecker Forest, the line of the trees, and the same kind of trail you guys found there. So it's about a little bit after noon when you guys get there. Move into the tree line and continue forward. About
Leafy.
another- you start calling for her, and you don't get really any answer right away. But about an hour or so in, you kind of hear little fluttering of wings, and as you get close to kind of the area where you first met Noah and Leafy, there's a kind of you see a little sparkle in the fluttering wings, and you see Leaf on the Wind comes and kind of is hovering about 40 feet up in the air. She says, "You've returned with new friends, it seems."
Did you
Yep.
bring the elephant?
How you doing, Leafy?
If
Did
the
you bring
elephant
the
can,
Yeah,
if the
I
elephant
think.
can make it, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's following you, so
I'll still be on top of it if I can be.
We'll drag the cart behind it so like it moves anything out of the way. The cart can fit through afterwards.
We're gonna be the opposite of what we did last time. Instead of
totally.
saving a species, we're gonna wipe them out.
We don't tell Leafy that though.
No.
Just saying.
She just looks around. She's like, "Some new allies."
He's an elephant!
Yeah, we have an elephant now.
And she kind of like flutters out towards the elephant, and it kind of brings up its trunk, and she kind of like kind of scratches the end of it, and you see her like have this kind of like wordless conversation with the elephant. The elephant makes a few noises, just kind of stomps its feet a couple of times, and kind of looks up. She says, "This animal has been taken advantage of a lot, unfortunately."
You can live in the woods if it like.
I could definitely make some room here for it. It's welcome here, but I don't know if it will want to stay. It's quite a ways from its natural habitat.
We should keep this.
We can bring it to its natural home.
Yeah, where would that be?
From its
Yeah,
description, I'm guessing probably closer to the.
Yeah, where do elephants live in Eberron?
Well, you're about to find out.
I would say somewhere with plains.
Yeah. So it says that from.
Would
the
I
sound
know? I feel like I would
description,
know.
It came from the far east, from I think your people call it the Talenta Plains.
Is that where I'm from? I can't remember where.
I had you coming from the islands to the east, so you would know of the Talenta Plains, yeah.
Let's go to the Polenta Plains then.
Talenta Plains.
Well, that's-
Anyone? Yeah. So Afris and anyone else who wants to roll a history check, you can for the Talenta Plains.
Might as
Of
well.
course.
Ooh, that is a good roll.
At 12.
Mine is not. Mine's also 12.
Soft 20.
Okay.
We're rolling for, sorry.
History on the Talenta Plains.
Alright. It's going to be a 25.
Okay. So both Valerian and Midnight both know plenty about the Talenta Plains. It is a very large open plain area, like the Great Plains of the United States type of large swath of land. But it's mostly populated by random wildlife, but one of its bigger attractions, I guess you'd say, is that it is a habitat for a large amount of dinosaurs and the halfling tribes that reside in the area and train and use the dinosaurs as mounts and kind of control that area.
I need a dinosaur mount now.
That would be the place to go.
We are very
but-
far from there.
gonna
Yes,
trade
it is
it
on the
like-
opposite side of the Mournland. You'd have to go far north and travel across to Karnath and go through that, or you'd go south and go across Kraken Bay, which that sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We would definitely live.
I can't tell you how much fuck that.
I want to trade in my elephant for a raptor.
So it's quite the journey out to the Talenta Plains. They brought this animal quite a big distance.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get it that far. Seems like it would take a while.
It would, yes. Like I said, I can make it comfortable here. There's plenty of space for it in the
Well,
forest.
They did say they
So
were
it's
going to
natural
have.
habitat, but
They did say they were going to have someone come take care of it.
where I'm sure they have good intentions, I'm wary of what. And I apologize if this offends anyone, but I'm wary of what more humans will do with this creature. From the sounds of it, it was treated quite harshly to teach it its tricks.
Midnight
That's surprising.
Midnight looks at the elephant and just extends a hand to pet it.
And just kind of like the trunk kind of comes over and kind of sniffs you and kind of like rubs against you.
Give it a good pat on the top of the head.
I give him a scritch and I'm like, he's very sweet.
He has enjoyed your company. You have all treated him with kindness, but he is wary. Well, may I ask, is the elephant the reason you've come back here?
Oh no!
No, we were just like, nope. We're just checking in to see if you've seen or heard anything about, the things we lost. Shioran's fault.
Oh,
Spiders.
yes, actually, there was a small pack of raccoons that seemed to have gotten their hands on it, on them, and they were causing quite the ruckus. I was able to abstract them from them, and I'm keeping them safe at the moment, away from the reach of any of the other wildlife in the forest.
That's good. It's good you found them.
What is this?
Oh, just some evil dragon shards we found. That one of our other companions that left lost.
You
That
have
would
them,
pique-
you say?
Yes, I do. And yeah, that would pique your interest, Valerian, because dragon shards they're one of the better things when it comes to someone like you, because they can be used to replace catalysts for magical items.
Yes. May I look at one of them, please?
Super evil though, so no.
I believe I was
What was that, Valerian?
Said I don't believe I asked the giraffe.
But I'm answering for her. No.
Watch your tone, bro.
What do you mean super evil?
I mean super evil.
They have some sort of negative effect that it seems whenever any creature touches them, it sends them into a violent rage.
Boom, slavery.
I can take you to where they have them stored, but
No, you can't! No, Leaf, you can't!
I would warn against touching them or using them. They seem to be dangerous and corrupt.
Leafy needs to find a way to destroy them.
If we can just get rid of them, it might be for the better.
Well, this isn't what I signed on for, so that would be up to Valerian.
I think he's talking, but I don't think his mic is working.
Sky, you
Hello,
good?
Valerian, are you there? You're not there.
I think I hear him talking. 1 second.
We end up with these freaking crystals again.
Midnight doesn't care. In fact, she kind of has a reason to want to avoid them,
Yeah. So does Avarice.
given the description. I see that he's deafened.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out.
Alright, sorry folks, a little bit of technical
Send them into
difficulties.
silence.
I'm just gonna
My
pop
great
this,
argument of why he cannot have the shards. No.
just gonna pop this onto intermission in case he has to log out. How you all doing, chat?
It's hard to play a nonverbal character, guys.
Yeah. On the bright side, your improv skills are going to probably get better.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah.
The long pauses are gonna be a thing for a hot second, though. Repetitive phrases until I can get her up to where I need her to be.
Mm-hmm.
And also, your memory of Birdie's phrases are going to become great.
Yeah!
You're going to forget everything else.
I'm gonna become Birdie. Someone's just gonna say something and I'll be like, similar, but not as mean, you know? Snitches get stitches.
No, it's no problem, Sky. Actually, I don't think he can hear me. Because he's,
Maybe on the stream.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem. It's technical difficulties happen.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, were you doing
Yep.
something, or did that just happen randomly? We cannot hear you if you're speaking.
I have a pocket of rocks and nails. Just like to put that out there real quick.
You do.
You do.
That may require a restart. At least that's how I fix those problems.
I really do need to get a soundboard though, so if anybody, you know, in chat has any recommendations for a program to help me do that, hit me up. Because I have no idea. I can find themed ones, but they're just not as fun.
Yeah. I've seen a few, but most of them that are free generally don't have a lot of options, a lot of good options.
The only other thing I can think of is just roundabout using Waze. Do you know what Waze is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Waze is it's basically a GPS, but you can set the directions. Yeah.
Back when we were playing Visharia, I was looking into getting a voice modulator so that I could add a little bit of echo to my voice when I was speaking as her. But I didn't like any that I found because they didn't allow me to adjust it. It just sounded like I was speaking in an echo chamber. I wanted a slight echo, not something heavy. Are you back, Sky?
I think so.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Alright.
All right. Oh, I can hear myself.
I just reset my settings and it worked out.
All right. Ready to start the game again?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I asked Valerian. Well, I said that it was up to Valerian because I only signed on for the spiders.
Yes. If possible, I would like to see them. I don't have to touch them, depending on what I get from my detection, but I would like to see them. Things like that are very useful to somebody like me who makes magical items.
All right.
Could I grab one of the Stitches Get Stitches rocks and throw it at him?
Oh, that is one thing I forgot. I apologize. When you did your detect magic, Valeria, back in the thing, you did see a ring on Afris and Birdie's hand that are both radiating enchantment magic. Forgot about that.
Okay. Yeah. I will. Well, to backtrack on that a little bit, then, I would have also made note about that to Midnight that they had magical rings on, and then I may have wanted to pursue looking at them depending on because you said it was an enchantment.
Mm-hmm. Enchantment aura.
I might bring that up later, but yeah, note that Midnight that they have enchanted rings on.
Bye, Stream Mom.
I wish they
Bye,
fucking
Mom.
did positive shit. That would be nice, but unfortunately, they just sit there.
But yes, if you'd be willing to let me look at them, I would love to see those dragon shards.
She kind of, not really knowing you, she looks to Afris and... What do you think? You there?
I mean, as long as he doesn't touch them. Because that was a disaster last time. Huge disaster.
And
The wolf,
then,
me, lots of problems.
she will then, please follow me. And she'll lead you kind of deeper into the forest a little bit, and there is a large rock.
Sheeran writes in her.
that is-
I'm sorry. Sheeran writes in her notebook a slight upcharge on business. Midnight writes in her notebook a slight upcharge on this.
yeah. Brings you to this kind of open field where there's a large boulder that encompasses most of this little clearing, and she kind of goes under the ground and kind of lets out this little whistle, and there is a nothing happens for a few seconds, and then there is a kind of the dirt in front of her kind of bulges out, and this little head pops out of this like a little badger that kind of comes out and kind of looks up at her, and she hear say something to it, and then it goes underground again. Comes back a couple of minutes later, and it comes out, and in its teeth is this cloth that it's kind of dragging with it, and it pulls it out and lays it next to her, and then just kind of backs up and sits down, and she comes over and kind of very gingerly pulls the cloth away, pulls it away, and kind of lays it out, and sitting on there are the I think is it 3 we're missing?
4.
4.
Have 6 in the end.
The 4 dark dragon shards that are sitting there on the cloth. They are kind of, they still are that purplish black with that almost kind of like visible aura around them.
I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay. It's a type of enchantment magic that comes off of the shards, but it's slightly different, and it's something that you haven't really recognized before. But it is some type of enchantment magic that is pulling off of them.
I will look to Afris and Birdie and ask them what happened when these were touched.
An aggressive illusion.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, they were in a wolf, and it went crazy. It was very mad at everything, and very mad at us. It's unfortunate for us, but we took them out. Not us. Urine. And then when I touched one, the same thing happened to me. So that was fun.
Birdie looks hurt.
Yep. I didn't break down crying for like 3 hours afterwards. It was fine. I'm very healthy. Emotionally.
Insight check, no.
I'm
You
lying.
don't need to insight check that to tell that she's lying.
Yeah, no, I'm obviously lying.
I really want to touch one.
Please don't
Okay,
touch
touch
one.
one.
I'm like holding Birdie. I'm holding
want
Birdie.
to.
Just
Does
to
I
make sure
have
she
to-
doesn't like.
I have to touch it to identify it.
It doesn't really sound like a good idea to
No!
me.
It sounds like a terrible idea. Like, absolutely terrible.
Birdie's like flailing in your arms, going dip, 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 dip.
Yeah, that's why I'm holding her, because I saw that coming.
I'll flip a coin. I cast identify.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, as you reach out and touch one of the crystals.
Can I try to push him before he touches it?
You can try to shove, yeah. So
I'm just gonna I'm holding Birdie like this, like up in the air.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to like hip check him.
Yeah.
To
So
try to get him to
both of you
stop.
make a contested athletics check. Yes.
Yeah, you.
Athletics.
What's my athletics? Mine is a 19.
I got athletics is the. Oh no, there it is. 19. I got a 19.
So you don't move him.
Yeah,
You kind of like bump into him, and he just kind of like you hit him, and you're like, yeah, I'll be able to move him. Then you realize, oh yeah, that's right. He said he was 300 pounds.
Damn.
And just boom.
I forgot about that.
And he
Forgot
just,
about
he
that.
kind of nudges, and he reaches down and continues to touch it. So
The wisdom
Okay, I'm
save-
gonna-
throw.
Wisdom save is
I hope
also
you
a 19.
fail. Damn.
19, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you feel when you touch it, there's this dark thoughts kind of pass through your mind, like violent thoughts, like murdering everyone in the immediate vicinity, that kind of just flash past your mind, but you're able to kind of realize that they're not your own thoughts and push past. And as you cast Identify on them, you get
Oh,
that...
at least he's not murdering us.
He's not murdering you right now. You get that they once were Cyberus crystals, Cyberus dragon shards.
Just
It's a bit of a weird spelling. Siberys. And you would know these as the rarer kind of dragon shards. The dragon shards are golden in color and fall from the rings of Cyberus, which means they are usually found on the surface in equatorial regions of Eberron. Cyberus dragon shards are the rarest of the three varieties and are only sold. Yep, golden. Well, usually golden in color, and are only sold in quantities in very certain areas. Specifically, in this case, Sharn in Corvair. Cyber dragon shards are most closely linked with dragon marks and are often used to enhance dragon mark abilities.
Okay.
But these ones have had something done to them, and the Identify doesn't tell you exactly what has been done to them, but now they have a corrupting agent to them, and now anytime any creature touches them, they have to make a wisdom saving throw, or their alignment shifts to chaotic evil, or at least close to that, depending on where their alignment currently sits. And they get urges of violence, and just their mentality goes to just wanting to hurt or destroy anything around them. And that lasts until they're no longer touching it, or they make their save initially, and that will make them immune to the effects for 24 hours.
I'm immune to the effects for 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So I can keep touching it?
You can keep touching it, yep.
I touch it the one time, learn it, I look back at Afris and Birdie, and I just kind of slap it a couple more times.
We already know if you touch it once and you're fine, you're fine. We're not idiots. But we didn't know if you were going to be fine.
I explained to them that this was once one of the rarest types of dragon shards.
I believe we also know that.
Yeah.
We do.
I'm not sure what you know.
Yeah, we know.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
don't.
Again.
I'm gonna take out the silver box.
Mm-hmm.
And get out the letter and the like half of the wax seal and the ingredient list.
Right,
to
you
show
did keep
Valerian.
that.
I was gonna ask, speaking of who kept what, who has the ring that was taken off of Samael?
That would be Sharon.
Sure, and
Yoram
Okay.
was like
Just making
carrying
sure.
most things.
Okay, just want to make sure. So yes,
She wanted to get it
so you see
identified
her
before
pull out
actually
this-
using it.
Yeah. She pulls out this silver box and opens it up, and there's a few different papers in it. One, you showed him the letter as well?
Hmm.
Yeah. So there is
Dear
a
Gregory.
letter.
it says "Dear Gregory," so for some reason it's written to our horse.
Yeah.
Actually, it was written to a headless man, but you know.
Oh, I was
Yeah, it
wondering
says,
about that.
It
Sorry.
says, "Dear Gregory, with this last shipment of cyber Stargan shards, I am expecting results. The information you have given me so far has been more than disappointing. This is your last chance. Any further failures will garner severe consequences. The lords are troubled by the lack of progress that you and your compatriots have made, and further failure, and we will have to find others to further this experiment." And then it has a symbol that is kind of like a signature of it's got these kind of like dragon shards that are all going in different directions in kind of this one piece, but there's three separate kind of facets to it, and each one has a different kind of symbol that goes above each point of the crystal. And you can see from the wax seal that at least was partially what the symbol used to be.
Also, the
and
list of
then-
ingredients says
Yep.
dirt from the Morinland, blood from freshly killed human, corrupted sage, Cerberus dragon shards.
Okay.
It's
Um,
Morn land, right? Not more.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more like
MOURN.
With that identified, can I tell if these dragon shards are still usable as like a replacement for?
Potentially, but
catalyst?
they could be used for that, but it's unknown what the corrupting factor of them might do to the item.
Okay. I will push it back, and I will look to Leafy. Is that what you're calling it?
Mm-hmm.
And thank her
Pixie.
for allowing me to observe these.
If you're done, I can put them away now.
Yes. Thank you.
She
Interesting.
kind of waves her hand, and some like vines kind of come out of the ground, and they kind of pull the cloth up and then tie it around in a knot, and then she whistles, and the badger comes and grabs the cloth bit and then drags it back under the hole. And a few seconds after it goes down, you see the dirt kind of get like pushed back where it was.
That is an interesting method to keep it safe.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, is there anything else you all needed?
Phase spiders.
Face spiders. Are you looking
Yes.
for them?
I am.
Well, I have spent some time in this forest. I think I am aware of a few that live in the area. Why are you looking for them?
Are they particularly important to the ecostructure of the area?
They have settled themselves here for a while, and do you intend on killing them?
I need to harvest a sack from it. Hand gesture.
Welp.
Hilarious
Well,
voice.
then you have to kill it.
Midnight just looks at her like, okay.
kind of looks over at Birdie's harvesting a sack. So you intend to hunt these creatures?
I just need a singular
That's why I was like,
phase. A sack.
Well, they can be dangerous creatures. I will say that, but they haven't. Well, I can't say that per se. They have caused some issues with the loggers. They used to have a. They had been trying to create a mining area not too far too far north from here, and they seem to have dug into one of their nests, and some of the miners were killed, but they were just defending their home. I wouldn't really put it against them.
Well, maybe there's one that's already been defeated, and I won't.
Sky?
Yes.
Sorry, you kind of just buzzed out right there.
Oh. Well,
Well, it's the cave is a little ways to the north. You can't miss it. It's part of a kind of a cliffside.
thank you for that information. That is all I need personally.
If you don't have to kill the creatures, I would prefer you not.
We will look where they were initially dug into, and if there's one that's unfortunately already been deceased, I can harvest from that.
Noted. If there's nothing else, I have things to attend to in the forest. Please be careful.
Thank you.
bye, Leafy.
Bye, Leafy.
Kind of goes off, and Afros, as you're like looking up at her, you kind of notice out of the corner of your eye kind of this little like flash of white off in the forest, and you look and nothing's there.
When I
Interesting.
did detect magic earlier and noticed their rings,
Mhm.
could I tell that they were could I tell that they were obviously the same enchantment, or just that they were both part of the enchantment school?
They're both just part of the enchantment school, but when you looked at them, like actually looked at the rings, they both looked identical.
Okay.
And you notice that also that around the finger where the band is like kind of red, as if the bands are like seared into their skin.
Okay. How far away is the cave? Travel-wise?
You know, she didn't really give you specifics. She just said it's further north on a cliffside.
Alright. I'll wait till we
Let's
rest.
get moving.
Okay.
Did she take the elephant with her, since she said she can make it comfortable?
That you guys didn't tell her to keep it or not. You guys hadn't really decided on that. If you want her to keep the elephant, you can.
Hey, let's not bring the elephant into a phase spider den.
Okay.
Leafy, we're leaving you the elephant.
Birdie
Please
is
take care of it.
visibly upset by this.
Sorry, Birdie.
I look at her and be like, would you like it to get eaten?
He's an
We're
elephant.
also
I feel
we're
like
also
it's
leaving
safer.
George. Please take care of him. What's his name? I forgot. Is that his name?
Gregory.
Bubba?
Gregory.
Gregory.
We're
Okay.
leaving Gregory as well. Please hold on to him
Leaving
just for like
Gregory
a few
as
days.
well?
I don't want my horse again.
Why are we not taking Gregory?
We're gonna come back for him.
We're not taking Bubba. We're not taking Gregory. Should I just leave my mouse here too?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we can take Gregory, but like, what if he gets
Actually-
hurt?
Don't leave the mouse here, because the elephant will get scared.
Yeah, I've had to keep this little mouse like under wraps. Like, yeah.
I mean, I guess we can take Gregory. I feel like I just
I
got
look,
my.
I look to
first pet.
Birdie and I say, if it would make you feel better, you can play with my Tinkerbot.
Your what?
Your what?
My Tinkerbot. And I pull out this
I
little
love
golden,
that.
I pull out this little golden sphere and I tap it, and 4 legs come out, 2 like crab like pincers come out, and 2 little eyes pop out the top of it.
Birdie just like looks at it, gets like kind of startled when its legs and shit come out, and then she just like puts her face like right up to it and goes, dip.
It kind of like pokes her nose with the tip of her beak.
She like startles back and then like is just kind of like eyeing this thing like, what the fuck is this?
Midnight's looking at it curiously too.
It doesn't do much. It just kind of helps me when I work. Hands me my tools, fix things when I ask it to. It's kind of like an assistant.
I try to hand it my rock.
It takes both pincers and it kind of like grabs the rock.
It's
And then
the
it
one
looks up-
that says things, so I tap it.
It puts it above its head and it looks at me and then like crawls up my arm and puts it next to my ear. And I look at it and I say, "Oh yes, I know, I made it." And then it kind of like the eyes blink and then it throws the rock down.
I get really offended, pick up my rock, pet it as if it's hurt, and then put it back in my pocket.
It goes into my pack and then like it shuffles for a minute and then movement stops as it reverts back to its sphere shape.
Transformer noises.
Yeah. Autobots roll out.
Roll out.
I'm just gonna look at Valerian real weird and like slowly back up towards Bubba, put my hand on him and like scratch him and go like, I like this elephant.
I like that elephant too. And now I'm taking notes about how to make a construct elephant.
Okay.
Which is why we don't want it to get hurt.
I take just a moment to like sketch a quick his body shape and stuff, and then a quick couple notes of like this material might be good, or this material might be good, maybe this for a catalyst, and then like and just in the top right corner just a little bit like potential dragon shards ? And then I put it back in my pocket.
Yeah. And then so you guys are continuing north. Are you taking the horse with you or no?
We
It's
take
up
the
to them, it's their
horse.
horse.
Okay.
Birdie, do we take the horse?
I'm behind everyone trying to lead Bubba anyway.
Well, I guess it's coming with us.
Noting what Birdie has said before, I look at the elephant and I say, "Bubba, sit."
Make an animal handling check.
Natural 20.
Huh?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Birdie, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh
no!
Damn! If you make it set on her, I'm gonna be
Wow.
so pissed at you.
Wow,
Astrellis,
wow.
thank you for the follow.
Oh god, oh god, oh no, oh no. That's a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
10.
Oh no.
Okay. You are able to get up from under it before it does come down. It's not like rushing down. You just start seeing it like start to sit backwards. You're like, oh shit, and you kind of roll out of the way as you just boom, onto the ground and it's just sitting there.
I take out one of my
I
dry
give Valerian a death glare.
I take out one of my rations that's more of like just like a dry wheat or something, and I set it in front of Toto.
Reaches down and grabs it.
So that it has a snack. Oh, not only am I 300 pounds, my carry weight right now, or what I'm carrying, is 138 pounds, so I'm really like 438 pounds.
Nice.
Birdie pouts.
It'll be safe, I promise.
Pet Squicks, you'll feel better.
Squeaks. When did we decide his name was Squex?
It squeaks, but I think there's some reason I called it Squex. I have it in my notes,
I think
but I can't
one
remember
of us
the exact
typed it
reason.
out wrong or something. I can't remember.
I like Squeaks better.
But yeah.
Alright,
Oh.
So you guys continue then north from the clearing. It doesn't take you too long to notice the cliff area. Now it goes, as you're kind of coming towards it, the cliff face continues kind of this way. The land to your left dips down into kind of a lower terrain, and then to your right it kind of rises up to the top of said cliff. So it just kind of like separates out and it goes along that way. And you guys can either choose to come in from the top, or you guys can travel along the bottom to see if you can find it at the entrance.
Okay.
Do we have to kill them to take the sacks?
Probably.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I
we
mean,
do.
if we like knocked them out, you know, would we be able to take it without killing them, or like?
I'd have to cut open their thorax, go into the.
I would say that would definitely kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if not, it would
and
probably be
harvest-
better.
Harvest
Yeah.
the sack that makes them what they are.
Yes, you destroy them. Okay, yeah. So better to kill them.
Yeah. So hopefully we can find one that's already dead from the miners
Too.
dug into them.
Yeah.
We'll do that. What did you want me to
Well,
find the thing?
digging.
What was that?
What did you say about the cave?
So like you come up to like the cliff area kind of continues right. You're facing the cliff wall, and you can see the land going down to your left and up to your right to the top of the cliff area. And so you can either continue left down and see if you can find the entrance that way, or you can travel along the top of the cliff to see if you can find anything up there. You're not really sure at this point where the cave entrance would be.
Okay. I'm going to guidance my eyes and see if I can get a glimpse of the surrounding area. That's going to be a 25 perception.
By perception, I mean, you look around and you feel that you'll probably get a better view of the cliff going to the lower area, but you're depending on where the cliff face is, it could be up on the top and it'd be easier to climb down to it, but it could also be lower. It all depends on where you go, because you're not quite at the cave area yet. You're just kind of starting on the cliff face, so you have to go further forward to see, and that's why I'm just asking which way you guys are going.
I'm just trying to. That was more so to see which way looks like it would be the better way to take.
It all depends on where the cave entrance is when you get to it. If it's lower on the ground, it'll be obviously easier to go lower, but if it's up top, it could be either way.
Did the Pixie give us any clue to where it might be?
She didn't. She just said that she knew there was a mining project that was to the north.
I'm just gonna start walking on the lower path.
Okay.
I'll follow the giraffe.
I guess I'm following too. So I think it's important that we talk about this. Are we going
About what?
Are we going to be killing these spiders and getting a whole bunch, or following what Leafy had to say?
Well, if we can like find dead ones, that would be preferred, obviously.
Yeah.
We don't
Not
want to kill
only-
the spiders, but we'll kill like 3 dudes. And... I'm sorry.
Well, they're bad guys, okay? And you started that fight, okay?
You don't even know that yet.
No, that's out of character.
mass murderers.
But we want
I
to kill
would-
spiders. We draw a
I
line
would-
somewhere.
I would avoid a fight if possible, but If
I
that ends up
mean, I
being the only way, then that
kind
ends
of
up being the
agree.
only way.
We'll see how it goes.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. You guys get towards the lower part of the cliff and you start heading out towards. And it's about another 10-15 minute walk out until you see that on the kind of ahead, probably about 100 feet out, there is a number of what looks like kind of rusted mining equipment that was not a lot, but just a little bits of tools and whatnot that are kind of lying around the area. And you do see that there is a boarded up cave entrance that is closer to the ground, and it seems to be completely closed off.
Is there any sign of like attack?
Make a survival check.
Oh boy.
Sign of what?
Like an attack.
17.
Oh, attack.
You don't see, as you move towards the area, you don't see any signs of like any hostilities happening outside, but it does look like whoever closed up the area left in a hurry.
Okay. I will note that to the party.
I have this crowbar, so I could pry the boards if we want.
That works.
Alright, so who's going to be trying to pry the boards off?
I also
Do
have
it.
a crowbar.
I just got my crowbar, so I was excited to use it.
Okay. So
Gonna guidance.
You can both do it, though.
Aphros.
I'm not strong, but I'm gonna help. To give them advantage.
The crowbar already gives her advantage on this.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you get guidance though at first, and then you have advantage
Actually,
from the.
I have a crowbar too, so I'll go ahead and try as well.
Do
everyone's
guidances
trying.
stack? Can we
I
stack?
have a
them?
dirty 20.
You can't benefit from something with the same magical name. So even if both you and Afris cast it on one person, they only get to benefit from it once.
Ah, okay.
I had a dirty 20.
Okay.
Well, that's not great. So, what was this again? Strength?
Strength, yeah.
Okay, so that's an 8 on my end.
Okay. And were you gonna do yours, Valerian?
Yeah, I'll guidance myself too.
Did I get guidance? I don't think I did.
No.
Okay. It was all that guidance.
Strength? Also a dirty 20.
I'm just
Okay.
cheerleadering in the back.
So Valerian's got like the middle one, and Avarice being the taller one has the top one of the top ones, and then Midnight is down at the bottom trying to pry the one down, and both Valerian and Avarice and both of their boards come off, and Midnight you actually have to kind of like step back as their boards kind of fall down towards where you're trying to get yours. And as the boards come off, light floods into the cave. And for a second, you guys kind of look in, and you don't hear anything. You hear, and you just see these things rushing out towards the cave, and you guys all kind of like duck back as just these black winged creatures come flying out of the probably about 10 of them. Off into the distance as you're hearing little screeching and whatnot, and you realize that it was a bunch of bats that did not appreciate the flooding of light into their cave. And
You know how hard it is to not say that I want to use my reaction to put up my bag and grab a bat? I'm not going to, but I want to.
But they all out away from the cave entrance. But now there's a big enough area with both of the boards gone that you guys can kind of like get into the cave if you'd like. But it is just black going in.
After you. Actually,
Oh,
no,
you're saying
after
that
me.
too.
After me. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
stealth inside.
Alright, make a stealth check for me.
I'm gonna before I do, I'm gonna hold my hand out to have them stand back.
Okay.
Alright.
So that is an 18 plus, I believe, 7, 25.
Okay. Yeah. She kind of like just kind of crouches in and gets into the cave entrance, and you lose like hearing. You don't even hear her footsteps as she moves in, and
Now-
you lose sight of her in the dark.
An important factor is I have 120 feet worth of dark vision because of my sorcerer class.
Shadow sorcerer?
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah, so you can see plenty far into the cave entrance. You see that it continues forward for about 50 feet, and then it curves to the left. And you can see that it's a lot of the frame is still there that has held the cave entrance open after it was mined in, but it goes for quite a ways, and then it turns left. You need to move forward. The rest of you at the cave entrance lose sight of her pretty quickly.
All right. I'm gonna.
I can't see shit.
I can't see either.
I just
We'll
made sure I
pick up
don't
a
have dark
stick.
vision, and I don't.
I grab one more rock off the ground, and I poke it, and it now has 5-foot radius of light, and I hand it back to the bird.
I pick up a stick and I make the end of it light on fire.
I'm gonna send them a message. It's safe to come in for about 50 feet, and then it turns. I'm gonna keep going on ahead.
Noted.
Okay. And what's the radius of light that your fire goes off, Birdie?
I don't know. I can just make it
What spell did you use?
prestidigitation. You can instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Okay. Well, let's say it's a torch, so it's about 20 feet of some bright light. Won't last as long as a torch, but it'll probably last maybe about like 10, 15 minutes.
That'll do.
Actually,
And
I'm gonna take my rock back and just light my own torch. I forgot I have.
Do I actually
Is-
have torches? That might be a
is-
good thing to check.
I have a torch also.
is midnight the only one here with dark vision?
I'm sorry?
I think
I
so.
have it. It's more so just for them.
Okay.
I do
don't
not
remember
have it.
I don't remember if Warforged has those.
What? A 5e party with no dark vision?
Except for one.
Just half. Just half the party.
I might actually not have dark vision.
I'm pretty sure Warforged do.
It doesn't show in my additional senses. I don't think I do.
There's no dark vision for Warforged.
So I am the one with the dark vision.
Yes, you are the only one with dark vision.
Oh
And you're
boy!
like, see ya, bitches, bye!
You're just like, bye. See ya.
Feel the walls,
Literally.
it's fine.
Well-
I can see you.
This is why I move on ahead then.
Yeah. So you continue forward, and I'm guessing the rest of you are following, or any of you trying to be stealthy?
I'm going to have my Tinkerbot out of my pack and hold my torch
I could
Okay.
try to be stealthy,
so that I can have
but
3 hands.
I'm
Okay.
literally all
I
the
mean-
stealth.
So he's got this little crab bot on his shoulder, and it's like just got the
'Cause
crab
you-
thing just holding the torch.
You said it can hold no more than 10 pounds. The torch weighs
Yep.
exactly 10 pounds.
There you go.
Or
There
no,
you go.
it weighs 1 pound. I just have 10 of them.
Yeah.
So he's good.
So we can hold 10 of them.
Yeah. If he's really, really good at what he does.
Yeah, he's just holding the torch, and it's just kind of like there's just this fire is above Valerian's head.
are we gonna try to be sneaky, guys?
I'm sneaky.
We can certainly try.
I rolled disadvantage, but I still rolled pretty well. So that's
Roll at
exciting.
disadvantage too.
Are we all
I have
rolling at
disadvantage with
disadvantage?
my armor.
Wouldn't torches give you a
and
disadvantage
average-
anyways?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
This is more like to be quiet and whatnot. Because even you aren't able to hide it behind anything. You're just really being stealthy and quiet.
Mhm.
But yeah, Afris.
I have a 16.
16. Birdie.
Dirty 20.
Okay. And Valerian.
I really wish that it wasn't disadvantaged because it would have been a 22, but it's a 15.
Okay, so yeah, it's still pretty decent. You guys are able to actually stay pretty quiet as you move through the cave. There's a little
For
bit
the
of
first time in my life.
Yeah. There's a
This,
little bit of
this does not
echoing.
stay quiet.
Yeah. No.
Hey, bitch boy.
Yeah.
Screams it at the top of her lungs.
You guys continue on from there, and Midnight, you continue forward ahead of them. You get to the curve. You move out ahead, and you see that it leads to it leads down a tunnel another about 50 feet, and then it leads out to this more open area that you can kind of see at the far end of your dark vision. What the cave entrance then continues to is this kind of large wooden bridge that seems to span some sort of chasm, and then it's kind of open to the right of the bridge. You can't really see much into the room past there.
Alright. I'll relay that to them. As I don't remember exactly everything you said, I'm just gonna... Yeah. I'm gonna keep going on ahead. Haven't seen any dead spiders yet.
Okay, so everyone who's moving forward, I need everyone to make more stealth checks.
You need me to do that?
Basically, these stealth checks were getting you guys to the corner, and this is that was you getting ahead of them. So now these are getting further ahead towards the bridge for Midnight, and then you guys getting up closer to where she is.
All right. I still roll 2?
12.
Yes.
Oh, that is not good. That's going to be a 15 total.
Okay.
22.
15 for Valerian.
No, 22 for Valerian.
Oh, okay. So you said me too.
No, 22.
Okay. Birdie.
11.
Okay. And Afris.
12.
12.
Oh my god, we're doing so great. I tick and you try to stop me.
I'm like, shh, but really loudly.
There's a little bit of a noise to it, but you guys are able to stay decently quiet as you guys move forward. Midnight, you get into where the bridge is, and the room kind of spans out to the left and right, to your right, and it's just this large open mining area that has been dug out. The ground beneath you kind of dips down to an elevation probably about 30 or 40 feet down to kind of this floor of this cave. And as you're looking, so you're kind of facing into the room, and you look right to see the open kind of area, and then further double back the way you came, but on the right side of that wall is a large pool of water that seems to be trickling down from something, some area above where you guys are. It's kind of like flowing down into this pool of water. And there's a bunch of equipment and mining equipment that is in this area. And I need to roll something real quick.
That's always good.
That's a good... I do want to state I look up.
At least he hasn't said I don't have enough dice for this.
Yeah, that would be scary.
If Scott
As you
ever
are-
says that, you need to be worried because he has plenty of those.
He has a lot of dice.
You move in a little bit, and as you're kind of looking around, you something catches your attention, and you look up towards as you have that reactionary, and then looking up, and sitting above on the top of the wall is this massive horse-sized spider, blue and white, and spindly legs, and large mandibles that are coming down that are kind of like together, and these eyes that are kind of shining in the darkness looking down at you, and it just kind of like is looking straight at you as it starts to like open its like mouth, and then as it notices you notice it there's this little sound, and it vanishes. And that's what we're next week.
Nice.
It vanishes.
Yep.
Would we know that was supposed to
We're
happen?
fucked.
I mean, face spiders. Do we know that's supposed to happen?
So it's something that you probably could ascertain it's one of its abilities, but you're not sure what it's doing or where it went. But yeah, it's literally just there's just and it just literally vanishes from existence.
Okay.
So
I don't know if you want me to wait until next time, but I'm immediately messaging. I found one. I've been compromised. I think they know we're here. Well, I'm here.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and that's where we'll pick it up next week. Our Warforged friend will only be able to join us every other week due to scheduling conflicts when it comes to that. But I will be taking over his character on those opposite weeks.
He will be around for the foreseeable future. Just will go between.
Mm-hmm. It was a fun game. It was mostly just RP, and that's oddly one of the best
There's
type.
nothing wrong with that
Yeah,
at all.
that's one. There's just a lot of fun in just RP.
I agree.
Agreed.
Get ready for battle next time, though.
Yeah. Glad to have you back and enjoying it, Billy.
I'm
Fisticuffs.
stoked about my paper.
Alright. Shall we go ahead and end this? Anybody want to
Yeah.
raid or just leave it as is?
I'll just leave it as is for now.
Alright. You have a good night too, Billy, and anyone else who's in chat.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Night.
Night, guys.